All right. All right. What up? What up? What's popping? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Hopefully this stream goes good because I'm not at my crib, so I gotta do. I'm working off whatever Wi-Fi is on this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So what's good, people? Matthew, what up? Tim G, honest introspection, inspiration, transformation was popping. ESA Nez, what's going on? Ronil, Explode, Trap Lord is in the building. James, Britain, T.5, Joe Blass, Q Wilson. What up? So, remember, guys, get your Man the Fuck Up t-shirts, people. The Man the Fuck Up t-shirts, man. I mean, not t-shirts, hoodies. We got t-shirts, too. I got the t-shirts coming in, too. But, click the link below to get your Man the Fuck Up hoodies. They got them in red, green, purple, orange. You can get them in any color you want. You feel what I'm saying? So I got the red ones coming in soon and all that other good shit. What's good? Hope everybody had a good Christmas and all that other stuff, What's going on? Resilient D, Roberts, Ill Wills, Heathen Deluxe, Ron Star, Ellie George was good. Also, guys, remember, get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, audiobook, or hard copy. Make sure you guys get this book. You go to mrlocario.com to get your copy today. If you get the hard copy, I will mail this out to you, and it will be autographed. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, let's make that happen. Make that happen. Also, the holiday sale is still popping off. You understand? The holiday sale is still popping off. So shout out to all the people who took advantage of the holiday sale. Okay, because if you're not taking advantage of that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you because, dude, you're getting a lot of stuff. Okay, so you get to be on the Bad Boy membership. So the holiday sale is when you join the Bad Boy membership, right? You got to join the Bad Boy membership, and you get my new book, 60-Second Game, for free, and you also get the Ultimate Bad Boy package, which is basically like most of my products. And then you also get a free 30-minute game session. So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Shout out to my dude K Zaggin 20 in the building. Make sure you guys subscribe to K Zaggin because K Zaggin be spitting that fire on his channel. I'm gonna have, after the new year, me and K Zaggin I gotta do a video with K Zaggin so we can get this shit popping. You feel what I'm saying? So you guys can really see what's going on. You feel me? But yeah, today I wanted to talk about, why you gotta leave chicks who play with your time. You understand? DeAndre Thomas, was good, bro? What's popping? So yeah, I wanted to talk about, why you gotta leave these chicks. You gotta leave these chicks alone, right? So what do I mean by playing with your time and how these girls operate? And this is what you gotta understand, right? A lot of times when you're dealing with women, especially when it's like your first going out with a chick, your first get with a girl, you're trying to hook up with her, you met her maybe at a bar or something, you met her online, on Tinder, whatever the fuck it is, right? Like y'all haven't really gotten together yet, or y'all maybe probably went out once or whatever it is, right? A lot of times when a chick when she's first fucking with you, she doesn't care about your time. And there are some girls who won't care about your time even if they've been fucking with you for a while. But there are girls who they're just not going to give a fuck about your situation. All they're thinking about is what they want to do and what they want to happen, right? And so what happens is that, let's say if you try to set up a date with a girl, a girl agreed to see you at a certain day and time. If that day and time comes, she may end up standing you up. She may end up, not calling you back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you might try to confirm a date and then she might just not get back to you. Or they'll just be flaky overall. Like I'll tell you guys a few situations to illustrate what I'm talking about. So I remember there was this one chick that I matched with on Tinder, right? And so I think I matched with her maybe like on a Monday or something like that, right? So I told her, I was like, yo, let's get together Wednesday. So she's like, cool, Wednesday sounds good. Let's do Wednesday at 6 o'clock or whatever, right? I was like, cool, Wednesday at 6. We're going to do Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So Wednesday comes, and I text her in the morning. So I say, yo, we still on for 6 o'clock, right? So she hits me up, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't make it. I'm feeling kind of sick, right? So in my head, of course, I'm like, that's some bullshit. But what I did was, I just said, all right, cool. I said, no problem, feel better. That was it. I just left it at that. Now, I was just going to leave it at that. I wasn't going to like try to holler back at her or try to reschedule or nothing. I just was like, I'm leaving it at that. Right? So now, 10 minutes later, 10 minutes after I sent that message where I said, no problem, feel better, right? 10 minutes after I left that message, she sends me a message. And she's like, hey, I'm really so sorry about not being able to see you today. Can we see each other next week? So I said, okay, cool. Because I'm like, okay, she's reaching out. So I was like, maybe she actually is sick. Maybe she wants to really, come through and make it happen. So she said, can we see each other next week? And I said, all right, cool. Let me check my schedule and I'll let you know. So I hit her up, probably like an hour or so later. And I say, yo, cool, let's do Wednesday, right? Well, I'm going to take calls in a second. So I said, let's do next week Wednesday, right? Next week Wednesday comes, and I text her in the morning and I say, yo, what's good? We still on, right? So what happened was, y'all calling it like crazy. Hold on. So I said, let's do next week Wednesday. Next week Wednesday comes. I hit her up. I say, yo, we still on for 6 o'clock or whatever it was, right? I get no answer, no nothing, right? But what's interesting is she's the one who was trying to set an alternative day, right? So I remember I was going to leave it at no problem, feel better, and never call her or talk to her again. She's the one that got back to me and was like, yo, can we do next week? Next week comes and she's ghost. Right? So chicks still do that shit because based off of just how they're feeling and how they want to do things, they'll just do that type of shit. Now, my thing is this. I don't really care if a chick doesn't want to meet up with me. I only care when a chick is fucking with my time, though. And that's what you got to really make sure that you're checking out, is that if the chick is fucking with your time. Because that same girl, if she was to had hit me back and try to holler, I wouldn't even return a call or pick up a call or nothing. We're done. Because what happened was, and this is what pissed me off, was because we set something for Wednesday at 6, right? I had that time locked in for that situation. Right? Now, what happened was, within that time, during that week, I had 2 or 3 other girls who wanted to see me on Wednesday around that time. Right? But guess what? I told all of those girls, I'm busy. You see what I'm saying? So now, what happened was, I couldn't see those 3 girls because I set a date with that chick for that Wednesday. But then when Wednesday comes, she's nowhere to be found. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Zach, and you said, I think her ego was fucked up when you just said, okay, get better. She wanted you to sweat her. Exactly. Right. That's true. That's true. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, is that when you notice that a chick is playing with your time, right? You got to keep that shit moving. Because it's one thing if a chick flakes and then she like, she wants to like, see you again and she actually sees you. But it's one thing if a chick flakes, she says, hey, I want to see you again. And then you're like, cool. And then the next time she flakes again. It's like you're playing with my time. You see what I'm saying? I had another situation like that happen before too, where it was a chick who, and it's funny because she was hitting me up like crazy. I was busy. And then finally I said, listen, let's meet up on Thursday. Thursday comes, right? And I text her, because we supposed to meet up at 7 o'clock. I text her and I say, yo, listen. I text her around maybe like 5 or 4:30. And I say, yo, can we, I was like, look, can we push it back to 7:30? Because I might be a little late, right? Time's going on, and I didn't hear from her at all. So mind you, a few days before we set up a time for Thursday. Thursday comes, I text her and say, hey, can we push the time back on Thursday? And I don't get no answer from this chick. And this is a chick who was begging to see me. Right? So what happens is, you got to understand is that these women, what they'll do is based off of how they feel at the moment, that's what's going to determine how they're going to react and act in the situation, right? So maybe what happened in those situations was they wanted to see me, and then when it came time to see me, something else happened where they felt a certain type of way and they changed their minds. But what happens is women, they're so scared to feel awkward, right? So a chick sometimes, instead of just basically saying to you, I can't make it or whatever, because she feels awkward and weird, right? She's going to just stand you up because she doesn't want to look like she fucked up or she's on some bullshit. Well, let me see. Why am I not seeing the calls? Hold on. Okay, here we go. Yo. What's going on, bruh?
Chilling, man. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy Kwanzaa.
That's what's up. We got Miles Cunningham in the building. Miles, what's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. What you up to, man?
Chilling, man. I'm out here, sort of vacationing, maybe. If you in a struggle hotel? Exactly. I'm in a struggle hotel, heavy. Real spit, real talk. Oh shit.
Oh man.
Nah, but this hotel is tight though. This hotel is tight. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me give y'all a tour. This is a fucking apartment. This shit got like a kitchen and shit. It got a living room. It got a whole fucking kitchen up in this bitch right here. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Shit is crazy. You feel what I mean? It got the fucking the TV, the bed right here. It got fucking the little bathroom joint up in here. What it like that? All of this shit. This shit is tight. Got the bathroom up in here. Nice. This shit is big though. I like this spot. It's tight. This shit is aight. Nice. This shit is aight, man. Shit. Nice. But yeah, so we talking about chicks. You gotta leave women who play with your time, man. Who be wasting your fucking time. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's crazy. Right. It's crazy. And also too, real quick, what I also wanted to add too is this. Is that you got to keep talking to different women, because the last story I was talking about with a girl I was supposed to meet on Thursday, since she basically ghosted me, right? And literally around the time when because this is what happens usually, and this is what you got to do sometimes with these chicks. You got to send them a deadline. So when you're about to meet a girl on a date, and it seemed like she's like acting wishy-washy or on some dumb shit, or she's not getting back to you, you text her and say, listen, hit me back by this time. If I don't hear from you after this, good luck. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that she knows that she got to get back to you at a certain time. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the last situation I was talking about, where I was supposed to meet a girl on Wednesday, I had 3 other girls in the queue that was trying to meet me at the same time. But because I'm not a bitch ass nigga, I'm not gonna flake on the girl who I already set a date with. You see what I'm saying? I gotta make sure that shit is null and void before I move on. You see what I'm saying? So So the thing is, you got to tell the chick who you're supposed to see, get back to me by this time to let me know. If not, I'm keeping it pushing. So what happened was there was another chick I was in a situation with. I was supposed to meet her on a Thursday at I think 7:30 or whatever. I texted her at maybe 4:30 to see if it was still popping. I didn't hear from her. It was going on 6 o'clock. I said, listen, hit me back by 6:30 to let me know what's good, right? 6:30 comes, I don't get no response. And mind you, this is a girl who's been extremely responsive for the whole week. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she texts me, I text her back, so like, I know she on her phone and all that shit. So right when I noticed that she wasn't being responsive, I get a message from my Tinder joint, and is a chick. She's like, hey, what's up, blah blah blah. So I ended up seeing that girl that night instead of the girl I was supposed to see who was flaking. So what I want to tell you guys is you got to keep talking to different girls, because chicks are going to be all over the place with their, with flaking and doing all that other dumb shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I wasn't sitting there sweating a girl who wasn't hitting me back. I just told her, hey, if I don't hear from you, I'm going to move on. You feel what I mean?
Right.
And so that's all you really need to do. And then you just move on. You feel what I'm saying? Because then I met that chick. I met the new chick. And then we ended up hanging out. And then I ended up smashing that girl. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, it's goofy shit that be happening.
That should be like a player rule, though. It's like for every chick that you hollering at, you should always have at least two.
Exactly. You got to have more.
So you should always be talking to a minimum of 3 chicks. A minimum.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A minimum. Because, these chicks, man, I mean, shit. Didn't they, in the beginning of the year, didn't they have a hashtag called wasted time?
Exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like, you know me. I'm all about what these dudes think of themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know how the Friday live stream goes.
Right.
Some dickhead is probably going to call up talking about, yeah, but just look around you, bro. All this shit.
Right.
And worrying about what these chicks are on.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Super worried about what these chicks are on when they should be worried about what they're on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
Worry about what you're on. Worry about, like, your time is super, super, super valuable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because truth be told, like, chicks are just doing the shit that they do because of, like, societal nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they got these big time jobs and whatnot because of, feminism and this, that, and the third. But what they really should be doing is being the best woman they could be, so they could find a man to make them a wife and a mother. That's what they need to be doing.
Right.
So all the other shit that they claim that's so important that they're doing is really just bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They love to talk about a societal construct. Like, when you ask them a fucking straightforward question, and they could never answer it because they're like, well, I don't know, because that's actually a construct of society.
Right.
You know
They can't just go straight. It's ridiculous.
The female, to me, the female existence or the female, like, dealings and activities in society is mostly based on societal constructs.
Right.
But what men have to do is the real shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you take us back to history, you take us back to medieval times, or you fucking turn off all the lights and take away the internet, it's gonna be men that's gonna have to be the ones out here, struggling and surviving to feed mothers and children. You understand?
Right.
That's what it is. So that's why even though we do have all the technology, we do have the internet, we do have electricity, you still have to think back, like, take your mind back to the primitive and say, no, bitch, my time is valuable.
Exactly right. Facts.
You understand?
Facts.
I'm giving you an opportunity to see if you're worth being made a mother and a wife. So therefore, it's my time that's valuable. And if you're fucking around with that time, then you don't get a chance to even be vetted as a mother or a wife. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny because, it's funny when I had certain chicks hit me up after they flaked or be on some bullshit, and I'm like, and I look at them and I'm like, how dare you even talk to me right now? Like, we're done.
Right.
Like, because see, this is what you guys gotta understand, right? Because I've been in situations with girls who was fucking with other dudes, so I know how they think and act when it comes to situations when they flake on you. What happens is this: sometimes you're supposed to meet a girl, right? And something comes up, or she just feels a certain way. She's just in her feelings, where she doesn't want to see you because she's feeling a certain type of way. But instead of hitting you up and saying, "Hey, I can't make it," sometimes they just won't respond to you. And the reason why they won't respond is because they're embarrassed to basically let you know that they're all over the place. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So instead of just even letting you know, say, just to have the courtesy to say, "Listen, my bad, I can't make it," they'll just not say anything. You see what I mean?
Right.
To save themselves embarrassment. But again, when a chick does that shit, you should not be fucking with her because she's disregarding your time. And so what happens is, you got to understand, women will look at you, because this is what's ironic. Women always say, "Well, I don't want to be looked at as an object." Do you understand that women treat you as objects when they first start fucking with you, or and even beyond that? But they do that most of the time, meaning that they'll say, "Well, I don't feel like seeing him, so I'm just not going to show up." But they don't realize you're a person who has shit going on. You're a human being. You got shit that you know that you allotted time for the situation, but they don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so her doing that is basically disrespect to you, because remember, everything is still a response. Her not showing up is a response. Her not returning your text and call, that's a response. It's basically her saying "fuck you." You feel what I'm saying? That's it.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's like niggas don't value respect anymore, B.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because it's like the little that they have for themselves doesn't allow them to recognize when they're being disrespected by a pretty face.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
These motherfuckers out here, like these guys who fucking try to holler at the same girl for over a year.
Right. That's, dude.
It's like when are you gonna realize that first of all, when you're trying to holler at a chick for over a year, she's not even the one disrespecting you. You're disrespecting yourself.
Exactly.
And you're wasting your own time. You understand?
Right.
Yo, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson with that show that he do called The Thirst Box.
Right.
Check that shit out. For all y'all simp niggas or whatever, or if you're a real dude and you want to fucking laugh at the simp, check that shit out. Son, the dude shows you guys are like messaging and inboxing chicks on the internet, and he has the timestamp, and these dudes be messaging these chicks for years with no response. Years.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, granted, I know you sending her a message here and there, and you're not just sending her a message just waiting. You're living your life. I got you. But my nigga, any time you take to message this chick, you could have been messaging a brand new chick or hollering at a brand new chick.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. And you know, it's crazy because look, man, what I noticed in you know, from years of dealing with women, right, is that the women who really are trying to fuck with you, bruh, they fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, like,
right.
It's so simple and easy. It's like night and day. It's like, yo, like, see, that's the thing. You got to start getting more women who cooperate with you, because the women who really cooperate with you will show you how full of shit the other women were that you were dealing with. You see what I'm saying? This is why I be telling, look, this is why I be wanting dudes who think it's all about looks and money and all that shit. I be wanting them to go out there and actually talk to a girl, and I want them to actually get a girl that want to fuck with them. No, you know why? Because that's going to show them how full of shit they were, thinking it's all about looks, money, and status. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got to understand. Once you see a certain thing, you're going to realize how full of shit that other shit was. You see what I mean?
Right.
So when a chick was talking about, oh, I'm you know, I'm too sick, or, you know, I'm tired, or I didn't see it on my phone, no, that's bullshit. You understand? Because remember, women still want and need they need attention from you. And so understand that your attention is valuable. So this is why, because this is the thing. When I set a date with a girl, right? Let's say like right now, today's Friday. If I set a date with a girl next week, Friday, that chick ain't gonna hear from me till next week, Friday. You feel what I'm saying? Because you see what I mean? And so, and the reason why I do that, and I do this on purpose, because what happens is that, let's say during the week I'm just going back and forth with her, I'm sending her, because sometimes chicks will text me and I'll text them back like once just to be like, all right, whatever, but I'll bring it back to I'll holler at you on Friday, right? So the reason why I do that is because, let's say a whole week goes by and me and her is going back and forth and I'm talking to her all week. If she flakes, right, she still got all that attention during the week from me. You understand?
Right.
So she got all of this shit for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So what you want to train women to do is that, okay, you wanting attention is never going to go away. So I understand that. So if you want my attention, you got to follow my rules. You got to do the things how I want you to do them. You understand what I'm saying? So meaning, when I say, let's get together Friday, we're going to get together Friday, but I'm not hitting you up throughout the whole week, because I don't want you to think that you're just going to easily get my attention without earning it. And that's the thing you guys got to understand. Let these chicks earn your attention. You see what I mean? Because like you said, you got dudes hitting chicks up all fucking year doing all that dumb shit. It's like, no. Let her earn your attention. Set up that date, see her on the date. If everything is cool on the date, you can hit her up later that week. You understand? Again, she still wants that attention during the week. She wants you to be calling her and doing all this other stuff. But it's like, no, listen, if you want to fuck with me, then that's cool and we can make that happen. But you still have to earn that attention. Just like when you first meet a girl and you're out dating. Think about the difference between when you just dating a girl versus when a girl's your girlfriend. Think about the difference in attention that you give a girl you're dating versus your girlfriend. Your girlfriend may get a call every day. A girl who you're dating should not be getting a call every day like she's your girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? The girlfriend earned the attention. You see what I'm saying? So she's allowed to get the attention she's getting because she's your girlfriend, meaning she's been with you for an extended period of time and proven that she's worth getting the attention she's getting. Unfortunately, you got too many guys out here giving women attention just because. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Without them having to do shit. You feel what I mean?
Way too much.
It's crazy.
Way too much. Man, yo, you know what it is too? A lot of y'all cats gotta get the fuck off social media, man, or learn how to look at a picture without liking it.
Right. Exactly.
Look at the picture and enjoy the picture. But giving these bitches good morning, beautiful, and ooh, you look like wifey, and oh my God, I love the way you carry yourself. You don't know nothing about this bitch.
Exactly.
You don't know shit about this bitch. She hasn't done anything to prove to you that she's beautiful. Her picture look good, but she has not done anything to prove to you that she's beautiful or that she's worth the title of beautiful. Period. Like for real. Like 2019 is coming. Y'all niggas try to do a fucking resolution where you look at pictures but don't like them or don't comment. Man.
Right. Exactly.
Like, because because the thing is, what a lot of cats don't understand is they look at shit like that and they're like, oh, it's nothing. It's just social media. Like, what's the problem? It's not a big deal if I like her picture or tell her that she's cute or whatever.
Right.
The point is that every fucking journey begins with one step. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And either you're moving closer in the direction of a player, or you're moving closer in the direction of a simp.
Right.
You understand? So the point I'm trying to make is, even though they're just baby steps, you're still taking those steps. You're still getting into the fucking practice of giving women unwarranted and undeserved attention. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that alone trains you to begin to be frivolous with your time. So when a bitch looks at you and says, "Oh, I can't make it you're not even mad, or you don't even
Mm-hmm.
feel no way. Because like, oh, okay, she can't make it.
Right,
okay,
right.
It's all right. Maybe we could hang out next week.
Right.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, whatever, nigga. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because you check this out. You got her number this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You called her Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and you said, hey, let's hang out on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
You called her Monday. You texted her good morning Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting all this undeserved attention from you.
Mm-hmm.
So by Wednesday, the nigga that met her on because don't get it twisted. You got her number on Saturday, but another nigga met her on Monday or Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And now you asked her to meet with you on Thursday, and that same nigga from Monday asked her to meet on Thursday.
Right.
But the nigga from Monday is on the bad boy membership,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, well, I know not to fucking give bitches no attention until they put in some work and come see me.
Right.
But
Exactly.
you've been giving this bitch good mornings and hey beautifuls and all of that shit all fucking week. Does she really need to see you?
Exactly.
Does she need to see you?
Mm-hmm.
All the attention that you've been giving her for free, does she need to see you?
Mm-hmm. See? That's what I'm saying.
At this point, she's more interested in the nigga that hit her up on Monday and said, yo, let's hang out Thursday. She's waiting for him because she hasn't heard from him.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been hearing from your simp ass all week because you have all the time in the world to give to this bitch.
Right. And you know,
So
I said this before.
You're not interesting anymore.
And
you know what I'm saying?
right, and I said this before, that attention is probably the most important thing to a woman. You understand? Because as much as women like sex, you got to understand that a woman can't fuck as much men that's giving her the attention she's getting. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So attention is always the best thing for her, and because a woman could, fuck this guy, fuck that guy, and truth be told, a lot of fucking that a woman does is still just to get the attention of the guy. So she's like, well, I'll fuck him so that he'll be here and give me attention. But the thing is, it's crazy because a lot of guys think that they need to, when they get a girl's number, they need to like keep calling her and build this rapport and keep her attention. Like they think they have to like keep talking to her to keep her interested. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. In fact, a lot of times that works against you. Like you were saying, you're giving her all that unwanted attention, and she's like, well, I got all of this attention from him, then what else I need him for? Like, you got to understand something. Attention to women, a lot of times, is like sex for dudes. You understand? Mm-hmm. Like, I remember one time, I was chilling at this girl's house or whatever, right? And she wanted to come back to my place and spend the night that night, right? So she's like, yo, come on, I want to spend it. I'm like, nah, I'm not really feeling it like that, whatever, right? So I wanted to smash. I wanted to fuck or whatever. So her mistake was she ended up giving me head in her crib, and, I bust my nut. You feel what I'm saying? So now I really am like, I don't need for you to come over my crib. You feel what I'm saying? Because I already got what I needed. You feel what I mean? So what she should have did was been saying like, look, if I'm trying to get some head from this chick, she'd have been like, I'll give you some head once we get to your crib. Then maybe I would have brought it to the crib. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So the same thing happens when you're dealing with women, is that once they get the thing they want from you, you understand? A lot of times they're like, okay, I'm good. You see what I mean?
Right.
These dudes is funny. They say.
I'm gonna tell you something else too.
Hold on, Miles, in the chat room, Ron Starr said that I left the truth inside her. Hilarious. But anyway, go ahead.
Facts, nigga.
Okay, what you say?
Yo, I was saying that, that's funny. On some advanced game shit,
right?
When y'all reach the next level, fucking with chicks, y'all get to realize that sex is another form of attention.
Right. Exactly.
So even when you got your woman or your wife or your girlfriend, you can't be fucking her all the time, because that in itself is a form of attention that if you give her too much, you'll create problems as well. You know what I'm saying? But that's still a whole other conversation.
Right.
But it still all goes back to time. You understand?
Right.
It still all goes back to time and how you manage your time as a man in reference to these females. So, but still. A
Right.
nigga like me, I gotta manage my fucking time because I have a gig, I have another gig. You know, the holiday season, photographers are in high demand. So, you know, I'm gonna let you go, but real quick, the end of the year sale. You know, get that
Yep.
bad boy
Still on
package,
there.
join the bad boy membership. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Real talk. And make sure you guys join the Patreon. Go to
Yeah, go to
patreon.com.
Patreon, get the Bad Boy Show. Go to Patreon for the Confidence Show.
Mm-hmm.
If you join the Bad Boy membership and get the Bad Boy package, you be the first ones to own the 60-second game book.
Exactly.
And by the way, there's bonus material by Miles Cunningham, yours truly.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot going on. So y'all niggas got to get on it, fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? And think of yourselves first, man.
Exactly.
Love
Exactly.
yourselves, man. Like seriously, like women. I don't know what it seemed like to y'all, but chicks is not gonna respect you until you respect yourself. Chicks ain't gonna love you until you love yourself. You
Exactly. Facts. Real talk.
Chicks is not gonna see you as important until you see yourself as important. You understand?
Real talk.
It's very, very important. It's very important for you to get in touch with, you know, making yourself a priority as a man before you give these chicks all this time, attention, and energy. All right?
Exactly. Real talk, man. So Miles, I'm gonna holler at you though. All right.
Yes, sir. Have a good show.
All right. Peace. All right. Let me see who this is. You. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Locario? This is Tyrone from Minnesota.
What up? What's popping with you? What's going on?
Hey, man, I've been trying to call you for a minute, but I've been too busy. I try to make time for it, but yeah. I had a quick question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a quick question. I just wanted to make sure I was doing this right. I think I was prolonging it. But it was this chick that I met at the barbershop, or the salon, well, barbershop / salon. And she, you know, was doing some hair and whatnot. She works there. So, I quickly gave her my card and shit. So, earlier, when she was texting me, you know, I told her to hit me up. And so, when she texted me, and I told her, like, hey, you know, hit me up, you know, when you're free. So I was trying to be as specific as possible to her. I told her, like, hit me up when you're free and we can go from there. So I think, she was trying to be slick. So when she texted me, she told me she was going to text me in the morning, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, cool.
Right.
Now, this was like a couple of weeks ago. So when she texted me, she was like, saying, hey, so who's your favorite football team? What's your favorite football team, the Vikings or whatever? I was like, the Bears, Seahawks, and the Patriots. So anyway, listen, I'm in the middle of something. Hit me up when you are free. So she said, oh, okay. Well, you hit me up. She was being basically combative. So she said, well, you hit me up after you're done with the Vikings game. I said, listen, I understand you trying to make small talk, but we can do all that small talk in person. So listen, you hit me up when you are free. And we had gotten into a little talk as far as like over the texting. I wasn't trying to do all that. So I guess she called herself trying to quote unquote fill me out, and I told her, like, listen, you know, I'm just trying to meet up and all this and all that stuff. And you know, she was thinking that I felt some type of way about when I told her, like, listen, you just trying to be slick and whatnot. You just like, I ain't trying to do all that talking.
Right.
That's for BFFs.
So did you ever get to meet up with her, or like what happened?
Actually, the funny thing is, I mean, I met her as far as inside the shop, but she was just on bullshit. I told her to hit me up at 1 p.m., you know, because she thought I was being, you know, feeling some type of way about not, you know, trying to, as far as trying to get up with me and whatnot. And she said she felt me out, like saying that she think that I'm, you know, being a bit negative and all that stuff.
Well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing I would say that you need to do for next time. So what happens is that sometimes the girl, she's going to hit you up and try to do all the small talky type of stuff and have all the conversations. So
right.
What you want to do is you want to be able to respond to what she's saying and direct the conversation back to y'all getting together at a certain time, but you have to specifically say that time. But also, you don't want to bring attention to what you're doing. So I think the problem was you were bringing too much attention to it. So what I'm saying is that you were bringing too much attention to the fact that you're not trying to talk to her. So you were like, yo, I'm not really trying to do no small talk or whatever. You don't need to say that to her, but that needs to be the idea in your head. So for example, if she's like, oh, what's your favorite, football team? And you'd be like, oh yeah, I like the so-and-so, whatever. And then you'd be like, you could say, what's yours? And she says, oh, I like this. And you'd be like, well, cool, listen, I'm about to head out. I got to really go and do some stuff. But what are you doing Friday at 7? Let's meet up. You see what I'm saying? And so,
okay.
so that's what I'm saying. You want to direct the conversation to the point where you're getting off the phone, but also setting up a date so that you and her could get together at a certain time. You see what I mean? Because you don't want it to. Because the reason why she's saying you sounded negative because it's because you're blatantly telling her like, yo, I don't want to fucking talk to you. You feel what I'm saying? Even though you don't want to talk to her, you're making it too blatant in the situation. You see what I'm saying? So the thing with and this is what a lot of guys have to understand when it comes to talking to women is that when you're gaming a chick or when you're basically like doing what you're doing, it should come off natural to the point where they don't necessarily realize what you're doing. You understand? You know what you're doing, but they don't realize what you're doing. But when you call attention to what you're doing, it doesn't really work well. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's almost like if you was watching a commercial, and if the commercial to like, let's say you was watching like a Pepsi commercial or some shit, what the commercial does is they'll get like a really hot chick, going to get some Pepsi, and she drinks the Pepsi or whatever, and then you like, damn, I want some Pepsi. And you don't but what they're really doing is they're getting a really attractive girl so that subconsciously you think when I get this Pepsi, I'm going to get the attractive girl. But when the commercial comes on, when the commercial comes on, they don't say to the audience, hey audience, this is what we're doing. We got this hot chick here to make you want to get the Coke, so that they're not explaining it. They're just doing it. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. You have to just do. Don't explain. You see what I mean? So that's what you got to do when you're interacting with them. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, real quick, because I'm about to get back to work. When I told her, I totally agree with you saying, but the thing was is that I was telling her, like, I'm trying to, set up a date for us to meet up, and you try to be slick by trying to avoid that.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You don't even got to do all of that. Like that right there, you're doing too much. You see what I mean? Again, do the thing. And then even if she was acting slick, you feel what I'm saying? Then either you try to put it in a different direction, or you sort of fall back a little bit or charge it to the game. So for example, if you say to her, yo, let's meet up, Friday at 6 or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, maybe I could meet up at Friday. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. All right, well, cool. Listen, I'm going to go because I got to run and do this thing. So holler back at me by Thursday to let me know if you can meet up Friday. That's it. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you don't got to get into why you doing this and why you acting slick and I'm trying, you know what I mean? Because then again, you're bringing too much attention to it. You see what I mean? So you want it to be, remember, when you're interacting with these girls, everything's supposed to flow naturally. When you're learning how to interact with chicks, it's flowing naturally. It's not anything that needs to be brought to the attention doesn't need to be brought on it, because when you bring attention to it, that is where, it's like a magician. A magician does the magic. He doesn't necessarily take you through each step of how he did the trick. You feel what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what it is. You see what I mean? It's like, it's like you got to be able to interact with the girl and be able to let her know what's going to be popping off, and then do that. Because even if you're being extremely direct with a chick, because I see y'all in the comments saying, oh, it's too direct. No, it's not about being too direct. You can be direct with a girl, but what you don't want to do is you don't want it to be combative in the situation. You don't want it to be like, like you're Like you're trying to get something going, but you don't want it to be where you're bringing attention to what you don't want. Just like even if like let's say for example you see like when you see a lot of online dating profiles of women and they'll say shit like no hookups and I don't want to do this and this and this and that. It's like, all right, you look at that, but then it kind of turns you off because it's just I don't do this, I'm not doing that, no this, no that, no that. You see what I'm saying? It sounds negative, just like the girl was saying to you. She was like, oh, it sounds negative how you're coming at me. You see what I mean? So
gotcha.
you don't want to ever bring light to, because even if she is playing games, right? You don't need to say, oh my God, you playing all these games, fuck you, why you acting this way, blah, blah. You ain't got to do none of that shit. You understand? If you notice she's playing games, you either charge her to the game or you are able to, turn the situation around so that even though she is playing games, you know better in order to make her be able to do the things where she can't play the game. So for example, this I was talking about earlier. If you give a chick a deadline, she has a deadline, so she can't play the game. So if she's like, oh, I'm not really sure if I can make it, I don't know. Well, cool, that ain't no problem. Listen, give me a call Wednesday by 6 p.m. If I don't hear from you by 6 p.m., I'll just, keep it moving and do my thing and you have a good day, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So now, even if she's trying to play games, now she knows that, damn, if I want to see this guy, I got to get back to him by 6 at, whatever. You see what I'm saying? And if she doesn't get back to you, you keep it moving. If she does get back to you, you set the date. You see what I mean? So basically, you were the one who controlled how you did that situation so that when she is playing games, you know how to, do what you need to do in order for that not to go down. You see what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what it is, man. You feel me?
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Yep. You have a good day. Happy New Year.
All right, peace, bro.
Yep,
yeah,
bye.
Man. You guys gotta know how to flip that shit, because chicks love to be on that shit, man. Because they'll call you, they'll try to get you in long ass conversations. You understand what I'm saying? But you ain't got to be like, yo, bitch, I ain't trying to talk. Fuck out of here. You ain't got to do all that. Just be like, listen, oh yeah, so this and this and that. But listen, I got to go. Looking forward to seeing you Friday. That's it. That is it. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Oh, Mr. Locario?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
Hi. This is Eli from Jersey.
What up? What's going on, bro?
All right. I was just trying. Let me pause it for a second. I was just calling because, just like the other call, I was trying to get in touch with you in the past because the way you breaking down how you said about the women wasting your time, I had a situation very similar to what you already described, and I was wondering, like, how did I mess it up? Because I thought I did it so, like, pretty much like right down to the level, but in the midst of setting up the encounter with her, I had to get back in touch with her during the week to like let her know where to meet up at, and I think that one little thing just kind of like added on to her, basically like you said, getting too much attention, and then she ended up just flaking.
Well, the thing is, when you set a date, the date should be set once, like, when y'all are first talking, like, so it shouldn't be, you shouldn't tell a chick, hey, let's meet up on Friday, and then be like, I'll holler at you later and tell you where. No, you should already have where and when down pat. So if you talk to a girl on Monday, say, yo, let's meet up Friday at the Main Street bar on this avenue at 7:00, right? That should already be done. So by the time Friday comes, right, either Thursday night or Friday morning, you text her, be like, yo, we still on for 7? You see what I mean? At the Main Street bar. You understand? So that's okay. What you got to do. So don't, yeah. So see, go ahead. What you saying?
I did know the place that I was. It was she didn't know. So like you said, when.
No, what do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean she didn't know?
So I'll explain it to you. When the first interaction happened, she gave off all these hard signals, and everything. Like she was interested. She wanted me to come and holler at her real quick. It was inside like a coffee shop. So as soon as I walked in, I seen the signals from her. I just went straight to her, made sure that there was the interest was there, and then was like, "Yo, you want to get up for a drink on Saturday?" So she was down for it.
Right.
And it was like the beginning of the week. It was like Monday, Tuesday, whatever. So then I told her the place, but she didn't know the place. So I was like, well, I'll hit you up later with the info. So a couple of days went by because I am pretty busy. I have a pretty busy schedule. So a couple of days went by, and I called to say, hey, this is the place. She was like, oh, can you just text it to me? So I hit her with the screenshot of it, and then she was like, okay, I got it, good. And then what ended up happening was the day of the time to meet up, my work day went longer. So I was like, man, let me make sure that we're still good, because I actually would wanted to get like a little bit more time to get some sleep before. And when I did that, that's when all the extra stuff started coming, like, oh, I forgot I had to do this, but I still think I can meet up. What do you think? And I'm like, well, when you get to this point in your night, hit me up, because I'm going to be out regardless. And then it just flaked.
Well, see, that's again, that's all of that. A lot of times, what happens is it's going to be you're gonna get a girl flaking and doing a whole bunch of other goofy shit like that. A lot of times, because you're not on point with setting the dates up and setting everything up. You gotta understand something.
But if she doesn't know the actual place where I'm setting the meet up at, it's up to me to make sure she has it, though.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. You should have had that the same day. So what I'm saying is, when you first said, yo, let's meet up at this spot, and she's like, oh, I don't know where that is. Okay, cool. I'm going to text you the address right now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to text you the address right now. This is the place, and let me know if you know how to get there. So basically what I'm saying is, there should be no date until everything is set, meaning like she knows where she's supposed to meet you on that day. You understand? It's not I'll holler at you 2 days later and then get the address and find. No, everything needs to be done then. You see what I'm saying? Like, so whenever so basically it's like this. It's like this. Imagine if I'm trying to sell you like this book. I'm trying to sell you this book, right? And it is a thing in business where when you have a person who's ready to buy now. You feel what I'm saying? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to close it now. You see what I mean? You're trying to close the deal now. You're not saying, hey, the person's not like, I'm saying, hey, you should get this book. And they're like, yeah, I'm really interested in that. And yeah, that seems cool. And then I say, well, you know what? I'll come to you next week and sell it to you. It's like next week he might not want it anymore. You feel what I'm saying? He wants it now. We're talking about it now. So when you're talking to a girl and you're setting up a date, make sure that everything is set in stone before that conversation is done. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't exactly. So what happens is that if it's not that way, everything already seems janky. Because this is what you have to understand. Women need a structure to follow. So if the guy they're dealing with isn't providing that structure, then she has nothing to follow, and then therefore everything is up in the air. So for example, that same girl, you said to her, hey, meet me here. She's like, I don't really know where it is. And you're like, and then you said you hit her up, what, 2 days later to give her the information?
Well, yeah, I actually didn't tell her. Okay, I told her the place. Then she knew of it, but when I went I didn't give her. You're telling me everything right. I didn't give her the exact time. I just only gave her the day.
So wait, so you didn't give her the time?
Back to you,
So you didn't give her the time?
No, on the initial meet, as I'm listening to you explain everything, I'm realizing like you're saying, where I went wrong.
So you didn't. So you basically told her.
Meet, I only gave the day of when the time. I only gave the day and the time of when to meet up. But then when I mentioned the place initially, she came off like she knew of it. But then when I went to iron it down, clad a couple of days later, that's when she said she didn't know, and if I could give her the info in a text, so she was good to go. Right,
and that's what I'm saying. All of that needs to be. I'm telling you, the more that you have things, you understand what I'm saying? Like, and where are you from? What city are you from?
I'm in Jersey.
You're in Jersey. Okay, so and this is the thing, and this is another thing you guys got to understand. You should have at least 3 or 4 places that you go to or that are in a certain area that is a place where most people know how to get to. That's a tip for you guys, because for example, I live in Brooklyn, right? So there's a spot that I go to that's like across the street from, there's a spot called the Barclay Center. You understand? And it's a big ass thing where they be doing all the concerts and the Brooklyn Nets, all that. Like basically everybody knows what a Barclay Center is. So I tell chicks, yo, meet me at so and so is right across the street from the Barclay Center. So she has no excuse, like, oh, I don't. It's right there. Same thing for, I go to Times Square sometimes. There's a spot in Times Square I go to. I tell the girls, hey, it's in Times Square. It's on this street right here. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody knows how to get to Times Square. So that's what I'm saying. So that right there could, alleviate the whole thing of like, oh, well, she's like, I don't know how to get there. I don't know what you're talking about. But even if that's the case where she doesn't know, you still have to be able to nip all that in the bud from the beginning. That's all I'm saying. From the beginning, when you hit up that girl and you start talking about that date, as soon as you start to set up a date, the end of the conversation should be, she's meeting you this place at this time on this day. Like, and that's it. You see what I'm saying? There shouldn't be no other follow-up for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know if you remember, because I've been at your last two seminars, and I also met up with you at that dating thing back in the summer lab this past year.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. I was I see what you're saying, and I also see how that probably is a problem that I probably need to address, even in the bigger issue when it comes to like the structure of when you're in a relationship, because I've noticed in the past where it's like you're just saying how things get kind of janky at times, and then you wonder like where did things go sideways. But I'm seeing that, like you said, if you're not doing that right from the beginning, then that's what's going to eventually happen.
Right, and see, this is what you want to. This is what you always want to happen when you're dealing with women. You always want to make sure that you're on point, and so what happens is that when they fuck up, it's not on you. You understand what I'm saying? So what I mean is, if you set a date with a chick and you tell her, hey, meet me at Friday 8:00 at this bar, right? And you hit her up and you say on Friday, you say, hey, we still on, right? If you're doing everything you're supposed to do, most likely she's gonna show up, right? But there's gonna be times where you're doing everything you're supposed to do. You set the date, you set the time, all that other stuff. You confirm the date, and she flakes or she doesn't show up. That's on her. She fucked up. You see what I'm saying? So as the more you're on point, you want to make sure that you're so on point that you know that you did everything you needed to do in the situation. But if you're the type of guy who's like, oh, well, we should meet up sometime, and maybe this time or maybe that time, I'm not sure, I'll get back to you this day. And if you're all over the place, you could have had a girl who wanted to see you, but then she'll flake a lot of times because you're all over the place. So you want to make sure that her flaking is because of her, not necessarily because of you being all over the place. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Last question. Have you ever dealt with anybody like in a relationship setting where you've actually gotten to spend a good amount of time to get to know them, and they became, like you're saying, even still, like they became flaky? But the thing about it is like I know how you always say once a chick is like she's done or she's out or she's not showing the right type of cooperation, you just, no matter what, you just say just keep it moving right then and there, no matter how much time you put in or nothing. Right. Well, that's kind of how you look at it?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, this is the thing. Most of the time, if you're with a girl for an extended period of time, right? Usually that's because she's been doing everything that she needs to do. Right, unless you're the type of guy who, just likes being disrespected and shit, and you just kept fucking with a girl who was on some bullshit. But usually you're gonna end up like any girl who's been my girlfriend, any girl who's been my long-term fuck buddy. You understand? They're not flaky with me. You understand what I'm saying? They're not all over the place with me. Meaning there may be a day where something comes up, but then it's like, they'll call me a few days before. Hey, something came up. Can I see you next week? Whatever. And then next week I see her. It's cool. So the thing is that, and I said this before, is that it's going to be rare. Like if you're doing everything right, it's going to be rare that you're going to have a girl you've been with for a long time who's going to end up being super flaky or crazy and or doing some dumb shit. Now, if she does end up doing that, because sometimes that could happen, and usually that'll happen sometimes when she's fucking with another dude, then you charge it to the game. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's it. You'd be like, well, look, and that's even more of a reason to charge her, because now she's been doing what she should be doing for a long time, so she knows better. So the fact that she would switch up after all that time and be on some bullshit, that's even more reason as to why you should keep that shit pushing and stop fucking with her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know, it's funny. It's just like how in that type of situation when, like you said, because I remember you did a video a long time ago talking about how when a chick started changing up on you and you were like, you had been cool for a while, and then you found out that she was dealing with someone else. It's like you can. I mean, this is the way I am. I'm a dude that like throws it all out there because I know what chicks can do. So the thing is, I'll throw it out there, and then when they respond, it's like they can't maintain their normal conversational tone or whatever. It's like they get emotional or they get kind of like it's like there's like an uncomfortability that's with the conversation now that you're kind of like putting them on Front Street.
Oh yeah, that's always gonna happen, because remember, a chick don't ever want to own up to if she did something wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even when she does something wrong, she wants to find a way to take the thing off of her. She wants to be able to, you know, direct attention away from her if something happened that she fucked up on. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They don't ever want to do it, and that's the thing. They never want that to happen. So that's just what, you know, the average woman would do in those situations, because the thing is, she'll do a bunch of fuckery, but she doesn't want to get called out on her fuckery. You see what I'm saying? So that's just you know, part of the game. You feel what I mean? And that's how you know when she's on some bullshit. And those are the type of chicks you just need to charge to the game. Be like, all right, you on some bullshit? We're done. You understand what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah. So they just want to insult you for being not as intelligent or as smart as they think you are.
Right. But and that's the thing. They see, it's so fucked up, because once you see that, how some of them they'll act that way, meaning you'll call them out on something, or, you know, they know that you know that they're on some bullshit. They don't like that, because once a woman knows that, you know her games and you can see her manipulation, she gets upset because it's a loss of power for her. You understand? Because and you know, it's funny.
She loses that one up position off of you or something like that.
Right, because again, women like to know that because it's so funny, because I've peeped this out with a lot of girls that I've dealt with, where, for example, I'll have a debate with a chick, and as soon as she sees that I'm making a point, she'll say to me, like, we'll be going back and forth. As soon as I'm starting to make, and I didn't notice this at first, but then I caught on. As soon as I start making a point, she'll say, why are you yelling at me? Or you're so loud. Why are you talking so loud? Right? It ain't got nothing to do with me talking loud. It ain't got nothing to do with me yelling. It's that
she's just trying to change the subject.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? She don't, or what'll happen is that it'll get too emotional to where she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. She'll be like, well, you know, I just don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't feel like we need to talk. Like, she just wants to stop. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's getting too real. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing. See, women, they love to be, you know, and shout out to Derek Jackson, because, you know, he's the super hustler. But this is why a lot of women gravitate to Derek Jackson, because Derek Jackson is the complete opposite of that. You see what I mean? Women like to feel the feelings and the hope and the coddling. They love that shit. Soon as you take them to reality, it's like, fuck that. Like, they don't want to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. You see what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah. So and lastly, in your experience, because I read stuff about this. And we know it always can be always true, and it may not always be true. But for in your mind, if a chick that you've been putting in some time with decides to go sideways or things go sideways in whatever way, shape, or form, is it, for your point of view, 99% of the time is usually because she's dealing with another dude?
Well, sometimes she's dealing with another dude, but there are also times where she may not be necessarily dealing with another dude, but it's sometimes there's something you're doing that causes her to react that way. You understand? So what I mean by that is, a woman gets with you and she's interested in you, or she's even in love with you for, you know, how you came at her. Meaning that when you first got at her, you was confident, you know, you was doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? It was exciting, whatever. Then what happened is that you may have gotten too comfortable in the situation, you know what I mean? And then you may have started acting a different way because, let's say, for example, you might have been nervous or had some sort of fear that your girl might end up leaving you or some shit. And it could have been something that just happened just automatically where, let's say you were at a party and then you saw some dude checking your girl out and then he said something to her and she kind of like talked to him and you thought, oh, why she talking to this dude, blah, blah, blah. And then you start acting insecure. You feel what I'm saying? And so that insecurity makes her look at you different, which makes her start acting funny towards you, which makes her want to, you know what I'm saying, act that way. You see what I mean? So sometimes it could be because you stepped out of character, you ended up, causing her to react to you that way. Because you got to understand something, and this is something very important guys got to understand, is that women are going to react to you based off of how she feels towards you. How she feels towards you is always based off of how you are being in the moment. You see what I'm saying? So it's not. So
hold on a second. But if you can look at yourself in the mirror and know that you're I'll just say you're striving to maintain that level that you were, like you said at the beginning. But obviously sometimes things go roller coaster, up and down, blah blah blah. But you know you're still striving it. Then that's just her just being taken advantage of one incident or a couple of incidents.
Well, that's what like and see that's the difference between men and women. Us men, we think we're linear. It's like we're looking at the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? We're like, well, you go from here, this is happening, that's happening. So we take into account everything. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Women don't take into account everything. This is why you could do a bunch of fucking awesome shit with your girl for like months, and then maybe 2 or 3 months you slipping. She don't give a fuck what you did. Done. You understand what I'm saying? It's, remember that Janet Jackson song, "What Have You Done For Me Lately"? That's how chicks think. You feel what I'm saying? So it don't matter. Like you can't like think because you did some good or everything was cool a year ago that it's gonna be cool now, and that she gonna take from what happened a year ago and be cool with it. Now there's some women who can be like that, but the good majority of women aren't like that. The good majority of women is, what are you doing now? You feel what I'm saying? So now, if you're a certain way, that's what they're judging you on. Not what you did last week. Now, you feel what I'm saying? So if you was a strong masculine guy last week, but now you acting like a bitch ass nigga, she ain't gonna want to fuck with you because right now you acting like a bitch ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how women are.
And that's even the case with even like in a long-term relationship too?
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. And that's the thing. In a long-term relationship, it may, because she has more of an attachment to you, it may not be as quick as a shift for her, but trust and believe it's that shift is going on. And sometimes what happens is this, is that the shift happens and you don't even realize, like for example, let's say you broke up with your girl in December, right? Mm-hmm. She emotionally broke up with you in June. You feel what I'm saying? But because from January you was acting all funny, so around June she was like, I'm kind of done with this dude, but she didn't leave you yet because she didn't get the new nigga till December. You feel what I'm saying? And this is why I tell guys the game don't stop once you get a girlfriend. Dudes be thinking I could just chill, sit back, relax, whatever, and it is nothing. But again, this is why, because chicks act this way, this is why you got to be on your purpose and you got to be on your shit and not necessarily be doing shit specifically for women, but do things for you and have women follow your lead. And what happens is that by you doing that, generally, you're not gonna fall into the bitch assness, because usually dudes start acting like bitches because they're trying to accommodate and trying to please their girl all the time. You see what I'm saying? Or they start getting insecure about what their girl's thinking and how. No, it ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like find out what makes her happy or something.
Right, all of that bullshit. Right. So that right there within itself. Because remember, when you met your girl, the girl you fucking with, you wasn't thinking about, oh, what can I do to make this girl happy that I just met? No, you like, damn, that chick got a fat ass. I want to fuck the shit out that girl. I want to get this popping. Like, you got this energy like, yo, what's good? You know what I'm saying? That's what she fucked with. You feel what I'm saying? She fucked with the guy who was about what he was about. But then what happens is dudes get into a relationship and they start, they dicks start turning into vaginas. I don't understand why dudes be on that shit. And this is why chicks end up leaving them, chicks end up disrespecting them. Dudes talking about, oh, well, my wife was mad at me, so I had to sleep on the couch. Like, what the fuck is that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these dudes turn into pussies once they get a girlfriend or once they get a wife. And then they end up wondering why their girlfriend or wife either leave them or start disrespecting them, because the man you was isn't the man you are now. You feel what I'm saying? You're supposed to elevate. You understand? It's not saying you got to stay the same all the time, but at least elevate. Why are you regressing? You see what I mean? And then when you regress, you wonder why she ain't trying to fuck with you. You see what I mean? And that's the situation that dudes be putting themselves in. And that's why you got to make sure you stay on the shit, because remember, the girl is, see, and that's what fucks dudes up. They think, oh, well, I did all this for her. We've been through this and that, yada, yada, yada. It don't matter if you start being on that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
So is it almost like the same as, like, you should never really, like, fall for a chick? You should always just be, like you recognize that she's a good chick for you.
Right, yeah.
If you want to take it to the ultimate level, you just take it there, but you should never really ever just fall for a chick, period.
Right, that's the thing. I did a video a while ago. I said men should not be falling in love. Like, you could love a girl, but you shouldn't be falling in love with you. You see what I'm saying? Like I remember, I think it was Gorgeous Dre, aka Andre Taylor, said something to the effect that, like this, where he was like, how, you love them like how a king loves his people. You feel what I'm saying? So
his subjects.
Right, exactly. You love like that when you love a chick, but you're not being in love with the girl. That's a feminine thing for the woman to be in love, for her to be thinking about you all the time, for her to be talking to her girlfriends about you, and for her to be sitting there wondering when you're gonna call. That's for women. You feel what I'm saying? For men, we don't have the luxury to fall in love because we have to be on point with everything else. You see what I'm saying? Because when you're in that falling in love shit, you're not focused. You understand? And if you're just focused on the woman, that within itself, again, because remember, when you first see a chick and you trying to smash, you trying to do what you're doing, you're checking the woman out, but it's still about you. It's not you're not trying to fuck with her for her. You understand what I'm saying? You're not saying, oh, I want to stick my dick in her so that she can have a good feeling when my dick is in her. You're like, no, I want to stick my dick in her because I want to feel the pussy. You feel what I'm saying? So it's still focused on you. You see what I mean?
So the backside, yeah, I got you. But the backside of that also could be when you were talking about keep elevating yourself. The reason maybe you're not elevating yourself is because maybe that chick really isn't doing it for you after a period of time.
I mean, well,
what
do you mean as far as like not? What do you mean as far as like not doing it for you? What do you mean?
Well, because when you mentioned about elevating yourself, I was thinking to myself, well, I've got too much on my plate. I feel like I'm always trying to elevate, but at the same time, no one's perfect. So, but what I'm saying is, like, whatever you're giving out to the chick, she's supposed to be cooperating, which is why that balances everything out.
Right.
But what you're saying is because what happened a year ago or whatever, 2 years ago, doesn't matter today. She can bounce. So now that, and you told me, you said that's probably because you're not still elevating yourself. So what I'm saying is maybe part of the reason why you may not be elevating yourself is because the interaction between you and the chick isn't like it might have been or should have been, and then that's why you're kind of not elevating, or why she won't perceive as elevating.
Well, that's the thing. But you elevating should have nothing really to do with her. Her being around that should be is just a benefit to your elevation. You see what I'm saying? And if she's not benefiting that, or she's not cooperating with that, then there's no point in her being there. You see what I'm saying? So because if she's on some other shit and you're not elevating because you're distracted by her bullshit, then you don't need to be with her. You don't need to be with her, and that's on you. You shouldn't even be getting distracted by that shit. And if she's on some bullshit, she needs to be out. You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
So that's what it is. So you got to.
That's the man check. That's you checking yourself.
Exactly right. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever be like, blaming it on the chick. Like, damn, well, I was doing my thing, but then this chick. And if that's the case, that's still your fault because you kept fucking with her. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing that guys gotta understand. It's like, yo, you gotta fucking understand that everything that you create in your situation, that's on you. So even the chick you're dealing with, because this is why I always say when dudes start complaining about the girls they fucking with, like really complaining heavy, I'm like, yo, you're not right within yourself. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it really is. Because one, you don't understand where you're trying to go. Two, you don't realize female nature, meaning you're complaining about a chick acting funny in this moment, but you didn't realize the reason why she's acting funny is because you're off point, or she's fucking with some other dude. Like, so you got to handle all those situations. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to keep it moving and keep it pushing. Like, like I see too many videos on YouTube where guys be crying in the camera, talking about, oh, my girl left me and I love you, baby. Please take me back. All that other stupid fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's the reason why she's leaving.
Right, exactly. You see what I mean? Because I'm like, it's just unattractive. That's not what it is. You see what I mean? So dudes got to understand, look, man, be on your shit. You understand? Stay focused on what you do. And all of the stuff that you're dealing with women should fall into place as far as the girl being with you, as far as her cooperating. And if that's not happening with that specific girl, you got to get rid of her no matter how long she's been with you. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. So that's
and when the guy's doing that stuff, like you said about crying in the video and everything, then that's when the chick will start coming off kind of masculine on the guy because he's coming off like feminine.
Right, exactly. And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then this is like, nah. You
that's not the nigga I was dealing with years ago or whatever.
Right. You know what I mean? And the thing is this, you got to have a special type of chick because to where... And this is how you know a chick is really wifey material, or like a chick you could really call your girl, is when you going through a rough time and she still is down. You feel what I'm saying? And she,
like a rough time, like what? Like you lose your job or something?
Yeah, like you probably lose your job, you feeling depressed about some shit or whatever. You understand? And she's still down. A lot of chicks, unfortunately, nigga, they don't give a fuck. It has to be like, unless like your parents died or some shit, they don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Like all they look, and this is what I was saying earlier. They look at it as you're the object. You understand?
You have to be you got to be like a piece of iron to them all the time.
Exactly. Right.
You
see what I'm saying? And so, but again, you don't do that for them. You do that for you. Just understand that them fucking with you is a byproduct of you doing that for you. You see what I mean? And also. Also, when you're falling off, then you'll start to see her acting funny. This is why I say look at it as a positive thing, because women are great indicators to you what's popping off
where
with
your game is at.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? Women are great indicators of where your game is at, because even in my situations, man, I've seen where I've been with chicks and I started to see them act funny, and I'm like, damn, that's because my game ain't on point right now. You feel what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
I started seeing chicks like just cooperating heavy, just being on some shit like, you know, whatever. And I'm like, yo, okay, I see why they're acting this way towards me now, because I'm on point with my shit. You feel what I mean? And so that's the thing. It's like it'll show you that indication. So this is why I always look at these dudes who, you know, a lot of the MGTOW dudes and the guys, the TFLs and the incels and all this other stuff that always complaining. I'm like, bruh, part of your experience with women is directly correlated to the fact that you're not on point. You see what I'm saying? That's really all it is. Because all this shit you talking about and complaining about, there's another guy who's getting the opposite of that experience. You know what I'm saying? He's getting the opposite. He's getting chicks cooperating. He's getting chicks doing all this other shit while you sitting there complaining talking about, oh, women are bitches and assholes and they don't give a fuck about nothing and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But on the flip side, this other motherfucker ain't dealing with that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to understand that, again, women are going to respond and react in relation to how you're approaching the situation. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what it is, bro.
You keep doing that and she cooperates, you keep moving forward. As soon as she starts getting flaky or acting stupid, you check her. But if she keeps doing it, then you drop her.
Exactly. Real talk, man. But yo, bro, I appreciate the call, bro. Got to get a few more of these in. Yeah, man. Good stuff, bro. All right, I'm going to holler at you, man.
I appreciate it.
All right, bro. Peace. Yeah, man. That's some real shit, man. You guys gotta see what's really going on in this piece. Shout out to my dude Sticky E. What's poppin', bro? You.
Hey, what up, Locario?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
Hey, this is James.
What's going on, man? What's the deal with you?
All right, man. So like earlier, you were talking about like, you know, being subtle with women, right?
Right.
So like my thing is, like I like understand women, they you know, they like, you know, communicate through like, you know, subtleties. So like they wouldn't tell you things straight up, but they would more kind of like say things indirectly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when like you as the man, you're like, you know, communicating to her, and you want to like, you know, make things happen fast. Like if you're being subtle, like how do you make that happen?
So you're saying
because
how do you?
Me, like, cause like me, like I'm more of a direct, like, you know, blunt person. But like how do you make that like, you know, subtle change?
As far as you're saying, how do you be direct and blunt, but not make it to where you're bringing too much attention to what you're like, you know, like trying to rush it or something like that?
Not well, kind of. My thing is like, how do you be subtle, but like have it resonate with women? Because like I'm not used to being subtle. Like I'm more of a direct person.
Right.
So like, how do you be subtle and like make things happen fast? Like be direct at the same time.
Right. Well, the thing is you know, it's more so about being clear with what you're trying to do. So it's not necessarily where you can't be direct and be subtle, or you can't be just, you know, forward to make shit move fast. It's more so as long as what you're saying and what you're doing is clear to the girl. The more clarity you have, the more you're going to get your point across, and the faster things are going to happen. So, for example, if you're trying to, you know, because sometimes this is what's going to happen too, and this is what I love about being direct, is that when you're direct, it gives women, you know, it doesn't give them a lot of room to play games, right? It doesn't give them a lot of room, so it's almost like they gotta put up or shut up at this point. You understand what I'm saying? So if you say to a girl, hey, listen, you know, you're kind of cute, I'm feeling you, and I want you to see me this weekend, and so we can hook up. You understand? That's just straight to the point. I want you to see you this weekend so we can hook up, right? So all she's responding to is, you know, hooking up, and it's clear what you're trying to do. So what happens is that within that she is it's either a yes or no. You know what I'm saying? It's either okay, I'm gonna do it, or I'm really not gonna do it. And even if she tries to be on some, what do you mean, and what are you talking about, and blah 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 blah. Look, I'm talking about us getting together, have some sex, and you know, chill out this weekend at my crib, right? So the more you know, straightforward and everything you do, you get it to, the faster the outcome is gonna be. And that's the thing that you gotta understand is the outcome. Now, what the outcome is, it varies. You see what I'm saying? So the outcome could be her saying, yeah, hell yeah, let's make it happen. Or the outcome could be no. But you still get an outcome faster. So the more clear you are, the faster you get the outcome. You see what I'm saying? That's really all it is. You see what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, like, this also ties into the, you know, second point. So, like, you know, where, like, you know, they, be like, you know, let's, talk more, or, like, let's do this, or like that. Like, is that a, like, indication that she's saying she is not interested, or is it, like, yeah, like, what is that?
So you're saying if a girl says to you, hey, I want to talk a little bit more and get to know you, you saying is that an indication of her not being interested?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. She could still be interested. It is an indication that she is not 100% interested, but she is still interested, because her wanting to, and this is the thing, her wanting to know more could be two things. It could be she's interested, but she wants to know more to solidify how interested she is, or two, she could just be an attention whore. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to figure out the difference once you're talking to her. But her saying, hey, let's talk, you know, a little bit more, blah blah blah. Again, this is where being direct and being clear comes in handy, because now what you want to do is you want to get straight to the point, you know, as soon as possible. So if she is an attention whore, you'll find out quicker. And then if she is actually really trying to get down with you at some point, you'll find out quicker. You see what I'm saying? So it always going to be quicker on both those ends. You see what I'm saying?
Got it.
You know?
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And final question too is like, where do you go to like build your whole, you know, public speaking skills? Because you said one time, like on your live, that you've taken classes.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what are some like recommendations for like, you know, public speaking classes?
Well, the thing is, you can just Google on, you know, just go to Google and type in like public speaking, and they have different, you know, stuff. What I did actually, I got a program from this dude, but it was more about marketing your speaking services. So that was like one of the things. So it was like that. So, you know, you're just trying to, are you saying public speaking because you want to speak in front of an audience, or public speaking meaning you want to be more comfortable just speaking to people in general?
Yeah, people in like general. Because like I was told to take improv classes, or like, you know, sales classes.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know, transferable skills.
Right. Yeah. Definitely, improv is perfect for that. You feel what I'm saying? If you take improv classes, because that works on your you know, your mouthpiece or whatever. But also too, what I would say is that the best thing that's going to help you in that situation is just really getting out there and just talking to people, you know, at different events and places. So more so like getting used to doing that just in general. That's what's going to help you the most, truthfully. You feel what I'm saying? For that type of situation, it's just getting yourself used to that, because it's the thing. Like I remember I had this friend years ago. We used to call him Crazy E or whatever, because he used to do crazy shit. Like he would just, like, we would dare him to do shit and he would do shit. So one of the things we used to dare him to do.
You're talking about your roommate, that crazy dude?
No. This is somebody else that I knew from years ago. No, not him. So there's a dude. So we used to dare this guy to do shit. But one of the things we used to dare him to do most of the time was to go up and holler at like hot chicks and say ridiculous shit. So he would go and do it, and we'd just be looking at the girls' reactions. But the reason why it was so easy for him to do it all the time and so like smooth for him to do it is because he was used to doing it. So it was nothing for him to go up to a girl and say some off the wall shit because he was so used to doing it. Like his mind and body, it got so used to that situation. So this is what I'm saying. You have to get your situation. You have to get yourself used to the situation of talking in front of, to just people in general. You see what I'm saying? So it's that type of thing. You have to actually go out there and do it. You got to go out there and interact with people and just talk. Don't even worry about getting girls' numbers. Don't even worry about, sometimes, in certain situations, don't worry about getting girls' numbers. Don't worry about, doing any of that type of shit. Just think about having conversations so that you can get more used to that. So it becomes second nature to you. You see what I'm saying?
Got it.
All right?
All right, then, Locario.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm out at you.
All right.
Peace.
All right, take care.
Yeah, man. All right. We got 241 people watching. Get the likes up, people. Get that shit up. Get it popping. Remember, the holiday sale is still on. From now up until January 1st, make sure you guys get the Bad Boy membership. I'm telling you, in this month, I'm coming out with advanced online game. Okay? Advanced online game. So you guys can get these chicks online. Get that shit popping. Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Mr. Locario?
What up? Who's this?
I'm Mark from Detroit.
All right, what's going on?
Hey, I just got a question. What is having a good mouthpiece? Like, what is that like?
You said what? You said what? You said what's having a good mouthpiece?
Yes.
That means that you're good at communicating. That means you're good at having people, relate to you through your words. You feel what I'm saying? It's being good at influencing people with the things you say. You see what I mean? So for example, you can have a good mouthpiece as far as being a salesperson. You can have a good mouthpiece as far as getting women to be attracted to you and want to have sex with you. You understand what I'm saying? You can have a good mouthpiece get out of certain situations. You see what I mean? So that's what it is.
Yeah, I think when it comes to women specifically, like that's what I want to know. Like, how can I have a good mouthpiece when it comes to talking to chicks, gaming women, and getting women?
Well, first you have to be able to know how to be social, just in general. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that you have to be comfortable talking to people in general. Because that's just the basis of it. Just having, general social skills. That's one. Two, you have to understand what makes women, tick. What makes women, be attracted to a guy and what he's saying and doing. And so that's one of the key things to having a good mouthpiece when it comes to dealing with women. Because what it is not necessarily saying what you think a girl wants to hear, or it's not about like pickup lines. It's not about any magical shit. It's more so that you need to understand that what's the situation I'm in with this girl I'm dealing with specifically in this moment. And so the more that you talk to different girls and the more that you put yourself out there, the more you're gonna know, okay, I'm talking to this girl, she's single. She's showing choosing signals. You understand? I can tell that she is, very affectionate. She's sort of touchy-feely, whatever. So all of these things will tell me what I should say and do in the situation to get her from point A to point B. You understand what I'm saying? Or you might, for example, let's say you're interacting with a girl and she has a boyfriend and she's from out of town, but you notice that she's, sort of choosing up on you, then you might say something different. And a lot of knowing what to say comes from listening to what the women are telling you through what they're saying and also their body language. So a lot of this is stuff that you gotta practice. This is why I be telling dudes, because this is the crazy part about it. I can only tell you so much. That's what guys don't understand. You see what I mean? Because this is the thing. If you're going up and approaching girls and you're talking to girls, there's things that you need to experience on your own that's going to teach you more than anything I can say to you. It's almost like I can lead you up to a certain point, but you have to be out there so you can feel it and see it for yourself, because there's gonna be things that's gonna come to you that's gonna be it's gonna be natural to you when you're doing it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
You see what I mean? Because me even explaining it to you, I can say certain things, but you're not necessarily going to get it until you're actually in the situation. It's almost like this. It's like this. If I was talking to, like, let's say I've been to war. If I'm trying to explain war to you, I can tell you certain things, but there are only certain things you'll get if you were also in war. You understand what I'm saying? That you're not going to get if you were never in war. Because I could say all this shit, it's just going to go over your head and you're not going to understand it. So that's why I say you got to go out there and do the thing, because certain things are not going to resonate with you until you get to that point. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I got another question.
Right.
So I'm dealing with this chick, and we went out on 2 dates now, and I don't want to go out on no more dates with her. I just want her to invite her back to my crib so we can just chill and smash.
Mm-hmm.
So how do I tell her that without seeming like thirsty or seem like I'm trying to go to be too needy or you know what I'm saying, make it so obvious, you know what I mean?
Anyway, so how many dates you went on with this girl?
We've been out on two days.
Okay, and so. Did you kiss her? Did y'all do any type of anything physical?
No.
You didn't kiss at all or nothing?
No.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this is what you need to do for now on, so you don't make this mistake again. Whenever you're on a date with a girl, first date, always get physical. Always. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because you need to see if the girl is actually sexually attracted to you. You understand? Because now, what it sounds like is this. You could, and this is what I'm saying to you. You could hit that girl up, that same girl you went out on 2 dates with, hit her up, send her a text, be like, listen, I want you to come over to my place on Friday and, we're going to order some food and chill back at my place. Or you can say, hey, I want you to come back to my place because I want to get you naked and fuck the shit out of you. Either way you want to do it. But basically you're just telling her, come to my place because I want to do these things. I want to make this happen. I want to be in my place with you. That's what you need to say to her.
Right.
Right now.
And thank you for saying that, because I said, I didn't want to sound too desperate for the ass, because she already let me know oh, I'm not the type of girl you think I'm easy. I'm not the type of girl. I like to get to know you more.
Oh my God! And this is why, bruh. This is why I was telling you that you gotta get physical with. Because look, she'll talk all that shit, right? First of all, if a girl's talking all that shit in the first place, that's already a red flag. You understand what I'm saying? Because she's trying to set you up to be a simp. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so this is why I'm saying, for now on, because with this girl you might have to charge to the game, because it's look, if you hit her up and say come through, she's gonna be on some bullshit. She's gonna be like, what are you talking about? And is that all you want? All you want is sex? Are you that type of guy? I thought you were different, Bob. Bullshit. She's setting you up to be a simp. So and this is what you can do. Next time a girl says that type of shit, talking about she wants to take it slow and all that other stuff, this is what you do. You tell her, hey, listen, I respect you want to take it slow, but I like to take it fast. So what we're gonna do is this: when you're ready to come through, holla at me. But other than that, you have a nice day. That's it. And then you keep it pushing. You see what I mean? So
yeah, because she said I was gonna cut you off, but she said, well, sex is not really that important to me. I'm not really sweating pressure sex. It's not really my main thing. Like I can wait. I'm like, well, how long you gonna have me wait? Like, you know what I mean? What is you gonna give me for 90-day rule? I don't know.
Listen, see, that's what I'm saying. You can't let her control the frame of the situation. That's what is happening right now. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because you took her out on 2 dates, and now let me ask you this and be honest. Was the reason why you didn't kiss her or get physical, was it because she said she don't like to get all like that?
Yeah.
I
still proceeded to ask her. To back to my house, my apartment. Mm-hmm. I have my own place. I still proceeded to ask her, and she was like, "Oh, not yet, not
you
yet."
See, you see, and that's what I'm saying. And see, and this is what I'm saying. Man, this is exactly what I'm saying. Because look, she's setting up the whole narrative, bro. You see what I mean? She's setting this shit up. You got to look. You got to. Anytime a chick come at you like that, you got to reframe the shit. Remember, you're not forcing her to do anything. You're telling her what it is. You say, listen, I respect that's what you want to do, but this is what I want to do. So when you're ready to do what I want to do, holla at me, and then you stop calling that girl. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. If she really wants to fuck with you, she'll follow what you're saying. If she didn't really want to fuck with you, she's not. You see what I mean? And so you don't want those girls who are sort of in between where they're sort of using you for the attention. Because this is what it sounds like, this girl. Sounds like she's using you for that attention to try to shape you into the type of guy she can use to like take advantage of and do whatever the fuck she's trying to do with him. You understand? You always want a woman to be coming to your side. You want a girl coming to what you're about. You feel what I'm saying?
I think she want a boyfriend or something, dude.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. So, and this is the thing. You don't want to deal with, because again, it's not about. This is the funny part. Understand this. It's not about what she wants, right? Mm-hmm. Even if she wants a boyfriend, which she probably does, she needs to have a boyfriend on the boyfriend's terms. Meaning that she's going to actually get a good boyfriend by, because imagine, listen to this. If she was to get you to be her boyfriend, right? Understand she would be miserable. And the reason why she'd be miserable is because you're following her. You see what I'm saying? Now, she could end up getting a boyfriend, and let's say that boyfriend is you, but let's say you flipped it and said to her, listen, I like to move fast, so holler at me when you want to make something happen. Now, let's say she comes to you and then she ends up fucking with you. She ends up having sex with you, doing all this other stuff. Because she cooperated, you're like, oh shit, this girl's cooperating. I like her. Let me still keep fucking with her. And then she'll end up being your fucking girlfriend in most cases because she was doing what she should have done in the first place, which was follow you. But anytime you have it where you're following her, it's already done. So this is why I'm saying that with this girl, you might just have to charge it to the game, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's already too you know, like you stained the shirt. You understand? You know, like when you have a white shirt and there's a stain in it and there's nothing else you can do, but you can't wash it out. Yeah. It's done. You got to throw away the whole shirt. You got to throw away this whole situation and start from scratch with a new girl. And then when the new girl you get with, when you go on the first date with her, you hang out with her, you got to get physical on that date. And the reason why I'm saying you got to get physical is because you want her to know this is what you're trying to do. And you want to see how she responds to you being physical with her. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. Because look what you're asking. You're saying, yo, how do I get her to my house? But at the same time, she said all this shit. She ain't gonna come to your house because she said all this shit already. And you've agreed to keep seeing her and keep trying to fuck with her after she said all this shit. So basically what happens is she sees you as the guy who's following her. So even if you hit her up and say, yo, come to my crib, she don't take you seriously. You feel what I'm saying? She's not gonna like comply with that because she already told you, hey, this is what I want, and you basically went along with it by still trying to fuck with her. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You kind of fucked this whole shit up. Like I had a video a while ago where I titled it, "Sometimes you have to charge a girl to the game because you fucked up." You see what I mean? So you gonna have to charge this girl to the game because you fucked up.
Hey, Mr. Locario, like I know you got other problems or whatever like that, but I just wanted to tell you that like just when I was on the phone with you, like she just texted me because I'm actually like at work on my lunch break,
right?
And I'm calling in, and she just texted me. She just said, "Hey, how are you? I'm sure you're at work now." And I'm like, yo, I just want to like call in because I want to actually ask you like how can I get her. Be direct with her and tell her like this weekend is Friday or this weekend Saturday. You come over to the crib, let's get it popping. Like
that's what I'm saying.
So like you just text me. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Now.
Tell her that. I'm telling you to tell her that. What I'm telling you is that most likely it may not happen because of how shit has been going so far. That's what I'm saying. It could happen, but most likely it may not. So. The next thing you text her is that. Text her and say, yo, come through to the crib. Now, if she starts acting all goofy or saying some bullshit, charge her ass. It's over.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely hit her up and say that. I'm just saying for the next time, though, the next girl any girl you get fit from now on, get physical from the beginning to see how she's going to respond to you. And if she's responding positively, then you keep that shit going. If she's on some other shit, fall the fuck back and just, talk to another chick. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So that's what it is. So yeah, let me know. Do that. And let me, hit me up next week. Let me know how it goes. All right?
All
right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Yeah, man. You guys gotta get physical from the beginning. I'm telling you. From the fucking beginning. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, Locario, what's going on? This Chiller Text, man. What's going on?
It's popping, chilling. What's going on with you?
Man, nothing. I was listening to the last caller, bro, and one, I want to tell you to go.
That's
and,
what's up.
a lot of your advice that you've given me, like I was in the same predicament kind of with a few women that the last caller had, and it kind of remind me of situations like like now since I've been kind of listening to your podcast, listen to your podcast and shit, now I kind of understand and I get straight to the point. I've had times where it's like, like I told you, like now I've gotten to the point to where we're listening to you, like now I don't even like going on second dates a lot of times with chicks,
right?
Unless I know or I get real close on the first date to fucking them, like because a lot of these chicks, man, like a lot of dudes don't understand, and I remember you saying this, and it made so much sense because like when a chick will act one way with you and act a whole another way with another dude, like you.
Right,
you
right,
go on
exactly.
a date with a chick and she'll hit you with all of this shit like, oh, I'm not trying to do this. Like, I don't do this. I'm not this type of girl. And then, 2 or 3 months later, you run out with your homeboy and your homeboy's like, yo, I smashed the chick on the first date.
Exactly,
like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. They do that all day.
If you don't tell a chick what you want to do from the jump and you're not clear about that, it leaves them so much room to play games.
That's
like,
true.
I remember, like, this dude was just saying, like, oh, well, the girl, I had a chick, this is a couple of weeks ago, and like, when this stuff happens now, I just think about the times I listen to your podcast all the time, and it just starts making me laugh. A lot of times I laugh at them in their face. So, like, there was this chick, she was out, and she showed up early and on time. I showed up a little late, and she was asking, she's showing all this interest and shit, right?
Right.
Which is a clear indicator that she probably wanted to fuck me that night if I played everything right.
Right.
So, I remember I was late. She was like, well, how far are you away? All of this shit. She was like, what kind of drink do you want? I'm about to drink. So, I got this shit in the bag. When I get there, though, she starts hitting me with all this, like, I don't know. I'm not that type of girl. And all this. I said, listen, baby. Like, I said, listen. I told her flat out like this. I'm like, hey, listen, baby. Like, if you're going to be fucking with me, we're going to be kicking it. We're going to be fucking and having a good time. But sex is definitely something we're going to be doing.
Right.
I was like, we're never going to do something that you don't want to do. But if we kicking it, we're going to be fucking in it. And if you come over to my house tonight, we're going to be fucking. Oh, okay. Like, her whole demeanor changed after that. Like, I can't pull this shit this wool over this dude's eyes.
Right.
Let me stop playing. The next 15 minutes, we left the fucking bar. I'm in the house fucking.
That's what's up. See, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like when they know that they can't get one over on you, it's either they gonna stop fucking with you or they gonna fuck with you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? None of that in between goofy shit or guessing all games and all that other nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know, sometimes like early on when I was listening to your stuff, like I would kind of test and see certain things. I was like, okay, well, I still don't kind of believe certain stuff that Locario says, so let me try it out. And I always end up on the short end of the stick if I do what you said not to. Like, kind of like with the first date kiss thing, right? So like every chick that in the last 3 or 4 months, every chick that I went on a date with and she didn't kiss me or we didn't get physical, it ended up being some bullshit. Like I'll go on a second date with her and she still on the same shit.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Bruh, I bet, man, look, there's times where, because I had this thing where, you know, if I don't kiss a chick on the first date, like if she acting funny and she don't want to kiss me, I don't call her again. She's done. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And then there was one time where it was twice in the past where I fucking was with a chick who didn't want to kiss me, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna give them a second chance because they were seeming like they were still interested, but it fizzled out into nothing. Right, you see what I'm saying? So my thing is, if a chick don't kiss on the first day or she don't get physical in some form or fashion, I don't fuck with her. She's done, and you know what I'm saying. So that's really what it is, and I'm sure there's some women who've dated me who's probably gonna watch this, and I'm like, yes, that's the reason why, ladies, whoever's watching this that I used to fuck with, why I did not call you back. You feel what I'm saying? That's the reason. Man. You feel what I mean?
Yeah. Because my main thing is it's one or two things. So if I always cut the date short. I never stay with the date longer than an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm trying to get them back to the crib. Right. A lot of times I don't. I try to get physical, but I'll try to get. I kind of feel the vibe out. If they come back to my crib, then I know that I'm either gonna fuck on the first date or the second time I link up with, I can invite her straight to the house or I meet her out somewhere close by and then come to the house. But if she's not trying to come to the house, then and she don't kiss me at the end of the day, that's it. That's finito. It's done.
Right.
I'm not wasting my. It's too many women out here, dog. Like
it's true.
It's way too many women out here, and like my big thing too is like, females know, like you said, females, a lot of times females date up. Like they're not gonna date a dude that they feel like is below them on their level a lot of times.
Right.
It just depends on certain situations. But I mean, if you think about certain chicks, they can read the vibe on if they really fuck with you, or you're the type of dude that gets women and shit like that. So like I tell my homeboys all the time, because I used to have trouble with like I used to shoot at chicks, like really hot chicks, only if they gave me choosing signals, but now I do whatever, either way. But you think about, like, a lot of times, and a lot of guys just listening to this shit, they'll attest to this, like, when you fucking with a chick that you think in your mind is like a 5 or 6 or 7, you like, man, I'll just smash her. Like, your whole vibe is different, and you know you can fuck her. Like, it's like, if she don't come over to my house and let me smash, like, I don't give a fuck. And they can read that. But then you deal with a chick that you think is hot, like, you kind of treading on water, you tiptoeing around saying certain shit, and they can read that. So it's all about your mind frame. Like you said, the truth is inside you. Like if you had a mind frame like, yo, like I'm gonna pull the chick. I'm gonna, just like with this 6 or 7, this 10 that I'm with. Like I'm gonna treat her just like that. She come at me with all this. Oh well, I don't do this. Like, yo, baby, listen. We're gonna be kicking it. We're gonna be fucking. We're gonna be having a good time or not.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. Dudes got to get used to being with girls they think are hot. That's the problem, like, because this is what happens. Guys are so used to, and the same shit happened to me too. You know what I mean? Where I'm used to, like, I'm fucking with all these girls who's like, then I get this bad chick and I'm like, oh shit, like this chick is bad, and it's like the whole vibe is different. And then let's say I end up fucking with her. I'm giving her much more attention. even like you know, on some you know, me just thinking about her even more than I would think about any other chick, which is also still giving her attention because that's still energy that's hitting her just through on some, you know, from my mind to her. You see what I'm saying? It's like I'm still giving her that energy, and so dudes got to understand that they got to get themselves used to. Because look, if you want a good amount of hot chicks that you want to fuck with, you got to get used to it to the point where it's nothing at that point. And then that's when you start looking for other qualities with the chick. You be like, okay, well, yeah, you cute, but what else is there? You feel what I'm saying? Which makes it easier for you to get better women overall, but also makes it easier for you to get hotter girls. You feel what I'm saying? Because now you're used to getting hot chicks, so getting a hot girl ain't nothing to you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man.
I mean, it's like, you know, like with me, I kind of had I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, but I kind of had a complex with me because, you know, I was a college athlete, Division I athlete and stuff, and I was used to chicks just throwing themselves at me. When I stopped hooping and shit, like, I got in the realm of just being a regular dude, so I had to put in more work, and that shit was fucking me up. So I started just kind of like not wanting to put in work, so I'm dating chicks that I'm not used to dating, which is on the lower end of the spectrum because I didn't want to put in the work. And I started naturally falling into this realm of tiptoeing around chicks that I normally used to just like invite to my room and I just go right into it, or you know, shit like that. So once you get out of the fear and you treat them, it's just like some dudes are so scared to talk to women. Like I approach women like I'm talking. If I ran into you on the street, Locario, like, man, you got some nice shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I talk to them like I talk to females now and hot chicks like I would a dude.
Right, just on some regular shit. Right, exactly.
Right. So once you get that mind for it, just takes, and it's another thing you preach all the time. It just takes you doing it and talking to women over and over and over and over and over until you get used to it.
Right.
And then you'll start getting better, and then it becomes nothing. And you'll be able to read signs if she want to fuck with you or not. If she finds you attractive, you're going to waste your time. You know the right questions to ask. You know how to handle situations with her and her friends. All different stuff. But you dudes got to get out there and do that shit. And just, man, think of it as like going in the gym and working on your jump shot. Like, you get shots and you shoot shots in the gym, you miss.
Real talk. Real talk. Nah, real talk, man. But y'all, I appreciate the call, my dude. You feel me?
No doubt.
You know, calling and giving that game. All right? That's what's up.
All
right, bro. I'm holler. Peace.
All
right. So I'll take one more call before we get up out of here. Remember, guys, the holiday sale is still on. Make sure you guys join the Bad Boy membership so you can take advantage of that holiday sale. You feel me? Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Locario?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
Can you hear me fine? Because I kind of keep it down a bit.
Oh, no, you good? You good? You good? What's going on?
Yeah, it's Dr. Cuddles.
All right, what's poppin' with you, bro?
What's up, man? Hey, I'm on break right now, and I'm trying to make a New Year's resolution for 2019. I need to really get something going here because I've been doing some kind of experimenting with some women, and I remember telling you before, when I would approach and they would just start feeling nervous and stuff, and that's because I notice I'm giving off that nervous energy, but that's just because of I mean, it's gonna happen to most dudes. You just go up to somebody and talk to them for the first time, and then you're gonna feel a little nervous. So I think that's the whole thing right now, and also because they might see me as antisocial or something, and because I don't think it's really my looks at all, because I had a woman say the one I told you about who I talked to at the bus stop. She was even telling me you have no reason to not be confident, and that made me really think all right, it must be something I'm definitely doing wrong then.
Well, a lot of it, man, is really in your head, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's in your head, bro. It's really in your head, and it's the thing. So you can get you can build your confidence through things that happen to you, or you can just decide, you understand what I'm saying, that you're going to feel good about yourself and feel comfortable around women and just like do what you got to do. And then sometimes what happens is that just by doing that, then you start getting better reactions. Or if you just go out there and push yourself and you get good reactions, you can use those good reactions to make yourself feel more comfortable and not feel nervous. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the issues and the situations and the stuff that's going on, a lot of times it's in your head, but also it's in your head because you're focusing on, you might be focusing on things that that look negative to you in the situation. So for example, I remember there was a time where I was trying to get with a bunch of different girls, right? And I was getting flaked on left and right. You feel what I'm saying? And then because I was getting flaked on, part of me was like, damn, man, like this is messed up, and I guess I'm not as cool as I thought I was, and I guess girls don't like me like and this stuff I was thinking like way back when I was like 19, 20, whatever, right? Then I remember there's one girl around that time that I was messing with, or was trying to mess with, or whatever. She was just all about me. She was like, oh my God, I really like you. You're so cute, this and that, whatever. But she was sweating me. So I was like, oh shit. So I was like, okay. And then another girl started that I messed with that around that same time was feeling me too. So I was like, okay, there's going to be some girls who ain't going to be feeling me. There's going to be some girls who are going to be feeling me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So there's a thing about that too. Like I actually wanted to mention that because there have been like actually from like high school and stuff, there have been plenty of women who like I've never did anything to I never even like talked to them, and like sometimes they would come up to me and like they'd be like interested in me. Yeah, I did nothing, I can assure you that. Like I don't remember telling them anything, doing anything to make them like me, and I would just have them like asking me like, do you even like me, would you even give me a chance, and stuff like that. And then like there's girls, like there have been girls where I've been so confident talking to them, I just kind of tell them like it is, and there's just I can tell the attraction's not there. Like it's just not there.
Well, then that's what I'm saying. That's just part of the game, though. Because see, and this is probably your problem. Because I remember you were saying that you're a tall guy and girls said you're good looking and all this other stuff, and the problem with that is, and this is why.
I've had girls who called me ugly before though, but those are like the 9 and 10 out of 10 women from like online dating and stuff.
Right, but you still had girls who said that you were attractive and all that other stuff, and it was probably like you said, they would just come up to you or whatever, right? And so what happens is, and this is why when dudes always talk about looks and all this other stuff, that shit sometimes fucks your shit up more, because what happens is. Guys,
all right, well, I'll just say this, like, even though I'm saying like it's not necessarily my looks, but that's gonna be a big part in what gets you like certain women. Like I, for instance, I could never, even if you want to call it like game strategy, like I could never run that and get a 9 out of 10 model. Like there's gonna be a certain level of like woman you're gonna be able to get with like what you have for your looks, your money, and all that.
So you're saying there's only a certain like peak or level that you can get based off your looks?
For instance, like most women want to date up, right? Like they want the best guys they can get. So they're going to be looking for guys who are somewhat better looking than them. Maybe they have more connections, and like it's just going to be in their nature to want to be able to increase their status, and they're going to want a better looking guy to pass on their genes to a man who has good genetic qualities. I mean, there's plenty of like studies to show that just like taking out personality and confidence and just showing pictures of a good looking male to a broad audience of women, that they're going to pick the more attractive male than the less unattractive male when you're not considering personality or confidence.
Well, that's the thing. You got, again, like I always say, when it comes to physical attraction, there's always preference. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, even if a woman, because women will they'll check out a guy to be like, yeah, he's a good looking dude, but for women, and this is the part, fortunately for us as men, right, is that women are attracted to men based off of how they feel around that guy. So sometimes, even if a woman thinks a guy is attractive, if she feels intimidated by him, she's not gonna want to fuck with him. You see what I'm saying? And this is and also what happens is, this is what I was saying earlier, with where a good-looking guy, because he gets so much attention from women, usually his game is weak. You understand? And so because
he doesn't need it.
No, but this is what I'm saying. He does need it, because since his game is weak, what happens is he'll get women attracted to him off the top, but then he can't keep them interested to the point where he even gets sex sometimes because his game's so fucking weak. Same thing where you ever hear the where people will say, there's a lot of good-looking women who suck in bed. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why that happens, and I've witnessed this a lot of different times, is that they think because they're hot, that's all they got to do is be hot in bed. You understand what I'm saying? And so
yeah, well, if you look on, like, for instance, I'll go on Facebook and I'll see, like, I have like, there are some friends that I have that are like models, like they're women models, and they have like all these thirsty dudes commenting and like, oh, you're so beautiful and stuff. So it's obvious that if you're a woman, you're gonna have a vast amount more options to choose from than a guy. So, like, for instance, a guy is gonna he's more likely to settle with what he can get than a woman is, because she's.
Oh no, women! No. Let me tell you about. Women. Trust me, women settle. Let me tell you, and this again, this is the difference between men and women. We all settling. You understand what I'm saying? Because most people don't got game. Most guys don't got game.
They'll settle for their best option.
No. You're not listening. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me though. Let me explain this to you. Women are settling because what women want is different. Like, we're set. Like, for example, we'll go out and we'll see a chick who's like a 6, right? We'll settle for her because we want to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So now a woman, she has 100 dudes in her inbox, right? 95 of those guys she don't want, right? There's 5 guys she wants. Those 5 guys are like the most attractive dude, right? What happens is those 5 guys just want to fuck her. But what does she really want? She don't just want to get fucked. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that she wants, like, she likes sex, but she also wants a guy who's going to pay her attention, a guy who's going to take care of her, a guy who's going to be there for her, all that other shit, right? So what happens is that she can't get those 5 guys to do that for her. All she can get from them is dick. You see what I mean? So
that's when the beta male provider comes in, who's actually gonna, like, provide for her. And
that's what I'm saying. She settles for that guy. That's what I'm trying to say. She'll settle for that guy. You see what I mean? So everybody's settling. So don't think because chicks have a whole bunch of dudes trying to be all up in her inbox telling her how beautiful she is, she only wants a small percentage of those guys, and those guys, she don't know how to keep those niggas. You feel what I'm saying? So it ain't, you know what I mean? And so that's what you got to understand, the difference between what's really going on out here. So what happens is the person, man or woman, who really gets what they want is the person who has game. You see what I'm saying? Because the guy who has game is able, let's say he wants just a bunch of sex, he's able to get not only a lot of sex, but sex from the type of woman he actually wants to have sex with. The woman who has game, not only does she get the attractive guy she wants, she gets that attractive guy to actually stay with her. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So that's what I'm saying, like, overall, because, you know, when you're talking about the looks and all this other stuff and all that other crazy stuff, yes, there's going to be times where a woman will see a guy, she thinks he's physically attractive. She's like, yeah, I'll have sex with him and it'll be all fun and all that. But at the end of the day, what she actually wants, she still can't really attain it in most cases because that guy ain't trying to stay with her because she don't know how to keep him. You see what I'm saying? Just like a guy wants that really hot girl to fuck, but he's not able to fuck her because he doesn't know how to attract her. And this is why I be telling people that at the end of the day, it's about the game.
The guy can't. Like, it's just because he's not either type or something. That's usually what it is.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And the guy who's fucking that girl isn't his type either, which is why he's just fucking her. You see what I'm saying? See, the difference is that guys want to have as much sex as women are able to get. You understand? But women are looking at us like, yo, we want what y'all have, which is somebody who actually wants to be with you. See, we both want the opposite. Guys want more sex. Women want more companionship. You see what I'm saying? It's easy for us to get a girlfriend. It's hard for them to get a boyfriend. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of a waste of time too. Like, I don't want no fucking girlfriend right now.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
dumb shit they talk about.
Right, but see, if you wanted to get a girlfriend, you could get a girlfriend in like 2 weeks if you wanted to. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I wish that was the case.
No, you can. That's because there's so many girls thirsty for a boyfriend. So if you was to get with a chick who liked you and thought, oh, Dr. Cuddles is so cute and he's so great, blah, 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 and you said to this girl, yo, I want you to be my girl, she'll be like, hell yeah. You see what I'm saying? But that's not what you want. You just want a whole bunch of pussy. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the same thing. You see what I mean? So a girl could get dick all day, but she don't just want that.
I'm ready to start lying, but hey, I'll be a boyfriend, you know, and then like eventually, like it'll just come down to it.
But you say that again?
Like, I'll just once I smash, I'm like, oh, never mind. I don't got time for that.
See, you going? See, you gonna fucking get these chicks, you know, coming after your ass. You feel me?
What?
I said you're gonna have these chicks coming after you, doing all that lying and shit, and leading them on. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't care.
You say you don't care. I got Militant Kane in the chat room trolling. I want Militant Kane to call up because you be trolling like crazy. But anyway, yo, Dr. Cuddles, this is what you got to do, man. Just, you know, get over that nervousness by just, you know, going out there, talking, getting used to that shit, and you know, and just you got to just be a little bit more comfortable with yourself. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I actually follow another, I guess you can say yourself like a dating coach.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha Male Strategies. He even tells guys, like, if you gotta like lie and stuff, you know, to get what you want, then go ahead and do it.
Yeah, well, I don't condone none of that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't.
I do not condone lying because, again, like I said in my other video, lying is disrespectful to yourself. Because who is this chick where you need to lie to her? Like, who is she?
But they're lying to you too, probably. You don't know that. Like, if you're with, for instance, like
No, but this is what I'm saying. So hold on. You just said hold on.
I was smashing.
Hold on. You just said
she had a boyfriend, and she was lying to her boyfriend, saying,
hold on, Dr. Cuddles, hold on. You just said she may be lying to you too. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
If you find out
exactly. So
hold on.
Why shouldn't you be able to lie?
Okay. So Dr. Cuddles, answer me this. If a guy is out here raping chicks, should you just rape chicks because he's raping them too?
Wait, what?
If a guy's out here raping women, should you go and be like, because by your logic, you should just rape women too because he's raping women. He's raping women, so why don't you do it too?
That's an extreme. I'm just talking about
No. But what you're saying is this. You're saying that because somebody else is doing something that's fucked up, you should do something fucked up too because they're doing it. That's what you're saying.
It's messed up, but you still get what you want in the end. It's not like you rape.
No. But okay, so hold on. So because you get what you want in the end, that justifies you doing fucked up shit.
But what I was trying to tell you too is that women are doing fucked up stuff anyway to like their boyfriends. Because there was a girl I was smashing,
Okay, well,
she
this is
was
what I'm
deleting our
saying.
messages.
Let them do the fucked
She
up
didn't want her
shit. That's
boy-
them.
She didn't want her boyfriend to see it. She didn't want her boyfriend to see it, so she was deleting our messages. She said, "Oh, message me on my cell phone number instead because my boyfriend has my Facebook." So she's going behind his back just to screw around with me. I'm telling you, dude, women, they're lying out here and stuff too. So
Right,
I don't see why guys shouldn't
my
be doing it, too.
my point is, because they're lying. So basically, you're basing your actions on what women do, on what they're doing.
Can you repeat that?
I'm saying, why are you basing your actions off of what women are doing?
Well, no, it's not because of what they're doing, but if they're going to be lying too, then honestly, why should any guy care? Like, if your girl's just going to lie to you, why do you even, like, want to be truthful or anything?
No, why?
with her anymore?
So my question
She's not giving...
Wait. My question is, why are you dealing with a girl who you know is lying?
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. Most of them are lying out here. Like, most of them...
No, my question is, why are you dealing with the girl?
You might find a loyal girl, but most of them aren't even loyal.
No, but so my question to you again is this. Why are you dealing with a girl that you know is lying, right? And that you know is on bullshit? Why are you dealing with her?
Because I'm just trying to smash. Like, I honestly could care less. And it's not like she's lying to mess me up. It's the other dude, the boyfriend, who she's lying to. So,
oh my god! So
that's his fault. That's his fault for getting with a girl like that. And like, even if he doesn't know, it doesn't matter. She's still lying to him. And
so you're saying that you'll just do anything to smash? Is that what you're saying?
Well, not anything, but like I have some boundaries. I'm not going to step over like certain boundaries and like kill somebody.
But why? But this is what I'm saying.
Like,
why? This is what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying. What is a chick that important to you that you're gonna lie?
Well, if I'm trying to just get something, I'll lie. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So you're putting So you're putting the chick. So you're putting the girl on a pedestal because you want the pussy so bad that you're just like, I'm just gonna go out and lie to try to get some sex.
Well, I'm just saying that the level of loyalty out here today, it's not with men or women. Like, no one's loyal. Everyone's out here lying. So, like, what sense does it make for you to like not lie and like get screwed over anyway? You know what I mean?
No, but this is what I'm saying. You're trying to justify you lying because they lie. You understand what I'm saying? You're trying to, because this is what this Let me tell you what it really is. Dudes who have no game, right? Think, and I'm not saying this to get on you, but this is what I'm saying, that you got a lot of guys out here like this. Dudes who have no game, what they'll do is they'll do shit to justify their lack of game and say, well, I want to have sex and these girls are out here doing this and doing that, so I'm just going to do this anyway. Just the same way where guys will say, well, I'm going to trick and I'm going to pay for the sex because whatever, and it's too hard out here. Everything that you're saying as far as that, where you're saying, I'm going to do this and go above and beyond, get out of character, do anything I got to do to get sex.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
All right.
And that's what I'm saying.
But look, so if game is strategy, wouldn't lying be a part of your strategy?
Like, no, and that's what I'm saying. It is a strategy.
That's another thing you have to do. You have to explain game more, because I'm still not getting how, like, what is your strategy? Like, how does that work, like, into, like, attracting a woman? Like, I don't understand that.
And this is what I'm saying. Your lying couldn't be a strategy. But what I'm saying is, why would you choose that strategy? For example, you can get money by going to work and making money, right? You can get money by building your own business and making money, or you can get money by robbing a bank, or you can get money by robbing someone on the street. Now, all of those are strategies. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So why would you rather rob a bank, or would you rather run your own business and make money? Which one would you actually want to do?
The thing is, too, like, a lot of people who are running businesses, they're not, some of them, like, I'm actually I'm running a small business right now, and it's doing shit right now, honestly.
But so why you okay? So how come you're not out? Wait, how come you're not out robbing people? How come you don't rob a bank?
Because most likely I'm gonna get caught because I wouldn't know how to do it right.
Okay, so why? Okay, so why lie to a chick? Because you can also get caught lying.
Yeah, you can, but if you're good at it, then you're not gonna get caught.
So then why don't you just be good at robbing banks? You see, you understand where I'm coming at? See, y'all gotta understand, man. When you start going down that path of the bullshit, you feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about, oh well, I'm just gonna lie to the chick and this and this and that. Lie. See, you being honest to the girl, because you think being honest to the girl is about her. It's not about her, because you're saying, well, the girl lies too, so why don't I just lie? You being honest to a woman is not about her. It's about you. You understand what I'm saying? Because anytime that you lie, what you're doing is that you're building, you're breaking yourself down. You understand what I'm saying? Being honest builds yourself up. You understand? Do you?
Another thing too. Yeah, another thing too is like, you might think it's like wrong, but from what I've seen now and experienced, like some of the richest people in this country have done some of the most like criminal things you can think of. Like a lot of people on like Wall Street and like people working like the Federal Reserve, they've all like robbed they've all started from like a place where they took advantage of other people to like get where they are now.
And what's your point?
And look where they are now. Like they're obviously making a lot more money than the average person, but they did some like bad stuff,
And do you think those people are happy?
I don't know if they're happy because I'm not living their lives, but I just
I'm just saying. Do you think? Hold on, wait.
To get where you want to be.
I'm saying, do you think those people are happy? Though, do you think, in your opinion?
I don't know. I'd be happy, honestly, if I had their money. Yeah.
No. But what I'm saying is, yeah, if you had the money, but if you had to do something fucked up, right, for the money, right? Like, for example, if I said to you, you could get $50 million, but you have to disown your family and friends. You can't claim your parents or anybody else. You got it. You can't talk to them ever again, and you have to like shit on them all the time whenever anybody mentions them. Would you do that for the money though?
That's like I don't see. I couldn't even answer that because like it's morals. I'll say, but
that's what I'm saying. So where are your morals when it comes to you dealing with the situations you're dealing with women? So you just throw all your morals out the window? Just for ass?
The reason why I do that is because they don't have morals, so why should I?
Okay, dude, why do you do things? Do you only do things based off of how other people do it?
That's not why, but it doesn't make sense for me to like, be like super. Because look where honest got me when there was a girl. I remember I told you this. There was a girl on Tinder who won the hookup, right? And I told her I didn't have my own place. If I lied and I said, "Oh yeah, just meet me here," and like I went to a hotel or something, she would have came. But since I was honest, I said, "Oh no, I don't have my own place. My parents live here." That nothing happened, and she blocked me.
And so what? And so you're saying that because that girl didn't want to fuck with you because you told the truth, that means that the truth is a bad thing?
It can be if it's something that.
So what happens? So what happens when you lie and you still don't get what you want?
That can happen, but if you're lying in a way to like benefit you, then most likely you're gonna get what you're looking for more than if you were telling the truth.
So why don't you tell the truth and let the truth benefit you?
But if it's not going to benefit me, why would I tell the truth?
But how do you know it's not going to benefit you?
Because I was just using the example of how I got ghosted.
Yeah, one time. One time. So what?
No,
look how many. Hold on. So answer me this. So every time you lie, it works out for you?
Not always.
Okay.
But it helps.
So then my point is this: if lying doesn't work all the time, hold on, wait. If lying doesn't work all the time and the truth doesn't work all the time, why lie?
What?
If lying doesn't work all the time and the truth doesn't work all the time, and if lying works sometimes and the truth works sometimes, why lie?
Well, no, lying usually works better for me, I've noticed, but like
Jesus.
There's certain people that will just walk all over you if like you're just so like accepting, or if you're a yes man, all you can say is yes and like always tell the truth. Like
being a yes, telling the truth is not being a yes man. Lying is being a yes man. You know why? Because you are saying yes to that girl when you don't want to say yes. That's why you lying. You feel what I'm saying? What? Telling the truth is saying this is what I want, and if you don't want it, that's what it is. See, for example,
I do want that girl though, and that's why I'm lying.
No. For example, the truth has got you watching me right now. You see what I'm saying? The truth has got me. Hold on. The truth has got me a wife and a girlfriend. You see what I'm saying?
And they're okay with that?
Yes, dude. How long have you been listening to me? I've been with my wife for almost 13 years. I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years. They know each other. They've hung out on multiple occasions.
That's crazy.
And it's not crazy. It's the truth. That's what I'm saying. You guys are so scared of being honest, and this is why you can't experience shit like that. You can never
picture myself having a wife and a girlfriend and not working out.
Exactly, because you lie. That's why you can't get it. Liars can't live this life. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how like it's just a man and a wife. It's supposed to be a monogamous like relationship. Is what I'm trying to say, and like it's just the fact that it's so open where you have a girlfriend too. Like that wouldn't fly in my parents' household.
Well, that's a different story. But all I'm saying is this, man. Don't be scared of the truth, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? Because what happens is this. If you're honest with yourself, right? What's going to happen is this, is that you're going to get exactly what you want. When you're lying to a chick, you're automatically not getting what you want. Automatically. Even if you get the vagina, you still didn't get what you want. Because
Mr. Locario, the reason why I've resorted to lying is because when I tell the truth, I haven't been getting what I wanted.
You know why? Because you're telling the truth with a lying mindset. You understand what I'm saying? You can't just tell the truth. You have to be the fucking truth. You see what I'm saying? You're not being the truth.
Yeah.
You're a lie pretending to be the truth. That's why you're not getting what you want when you're being honest, or when you think you're being honest, because you're not being honest. You don't even feel right being honest. That's why you're not getting it.
So should I just when a girl asks me like, what do you like to do for fun? Should I just be honest and be like, oh, you know what? Like besides like working out and stuff, like I'm a big time video game nerd. I play video games all day. I have my Nintendo 64 here. I'm an IT major and all that. And she's like, oh, this guy's lame. Why would I want to mess with him?
Well, if she says that you're lame...
He just wants to play video games all day.
But guess what's going to happen? But guess what's going to happen when you lie? Guess what's going to happen when you lie? You're going to meet another chick, and she's going to be like, damn, I wish this guy played video games, and I wish he was an IT major, because that's actually the guy I'm looking for. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is...
Most of them aren't looking for that. They're...
Dude, you already told me. No. Listen. Let's stop there, because you already told me that you're nervous approaching girls and doing all that. You're not even in the field like how you need to be in the field. So you can't tell me, oh, this girl don't like you. Not even doing the work yet, bro. This is what I'm saying.
That's because I can see them rejecting me before I even talk to them when they just don't look happy when I approach them. Like,
see, and that's your mindset right now. This is what I'm saying.
No, it's not my mindset. I can see it on their face. They don't have the interest.
Do you got this book? You got this book, How to Have Sex 200 a Day?
No, I don't.
In this book, the first chapter is a chapter called Being the Man, right? And in that chapter, I talk about how when it comes to dealing with women, right, you have to think and believe that you're the type of guy that women want. Do you know what goes on in my head when I see a girl, any chick that I'm even about to talk to? In my mind, every chick wants to fuck me. Every one of them. You understand? Even my dude Eddie Fuse said, if a girl coughs around him, he thinks she's coughing to get his attention. You understand what I'm saying? That's a different mindset. You just said, hold on. You just said that you feel like these girls don't want to be bothered with you. That's on you. You see what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Can I tell you this? All right. This is going back to, like, I know you're going to be like, oh, no. This is going back to looks theory. I'm telling you, dude, most of the girls that wouldn't mind getting with me and they actually give me attention, they're all unattractive. And then all the attractive girls I do want, I try to talk to, no interest, never. Like, how do you even explain that? And this is in public, by the way, too, because I do actually talk to some girls, just not as much as I should. And the ones who will give me the chance, and they actually, like, they'll even chase me. I'm just not into them. They're, like, usually overweight. They're just, like, not my type or something.
Well, and then you know why that's happening? And you know what? You know exactly why that's happening? I'll tell you exactly why that's happening. The reason why you're getting the overweight, whatever chicks that you don't like fucking hollering at you is because what happens is that you're giving off this energy that you're not good enough for the girls you really want, right? And therefore, since you're giving off that energy, those women think that you're attainable to them. You understand what I'm saying?
But I've talked to the attractive girls the same way.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. Just like hold on. Just like you said that you would tell the truth and it doesn't work for you and shit is not popping off. Because you are not being honest and you're not embracing that fully, right? What's happening is that this is what happens also when you talk to the girls. It's not about what you're just saying to women. It's about the feeling they get when you're interacting with them and you're saying the things. So you can't just say empty words, or you can't, or I wouldn't even say this because I don't think you're saying empty words. What you're saying is this: is that when you're talking to the girl, because you don't feel like they want to be bothered or they don't like you, they feel that energy when you're talking to them. They feel that you're not deserving of their time. You see what I'm saying? You don't command attention. You don't let a woman know.
If I'm talking about like the same things and like each like interaction are like relatively like the same way, same stuff. Like I don't even change like how I even approach them or talk to them. I just noticed that there's a certain like there's certain women who are giving me more attention than others. Usually the ones I'm not into.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The reason, look, the ones that are not, the ones that you're not into, is because again, you're not giving off you're not giving off the energy that you're scared of them or that you're nervous around them. Therefore,
I'm not giving off I'm not giving off the feeling that I'm nervous. I'm around the hot women the same way. I just talk to them. I'm around the unattractive women the same way. I just talk to them. I'm not giving off any different vibe than
no. Because this is what I'm saying. You just told me. What did you just say earlier? You said that when you look at these chicks, they seem like they don't want to be bothered, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem right there. You said you would see the girls, and they look like they don't want to be bothered. Notice what you said. You said, hold on, wait.
The ones. All right, here's another thing.
You know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about. Because this is what I'm saying. You said they look like they don't want to be bothered. You didn't say they don't. You didn't say they don't want to be bothered. You said they look like they don't want to be bothered. Now, to your credit, I know you're going to. Go ahead.
That's just what I'm seeing when I look at them, and I see like their facial expressions, like they don't look happy or thrilled to see me. But like when I see like the fat woman like in the gym, they look, and that's the thing too. The fat woman, they'll look at me and actually smile. The attractive woman won't do it. They look down at their phones or away from me when they're walking by. They won't give me that. So it makes me think like, oh, it's a level of looks that the attractive women think they can do better.
No, well, first of all, those fat women, right? Usually they'll have to put in more work than the more attractive women. That's one. But two, also what happens is that again, those chicks, a lot of them think that they can get you. You understand?
That's what makes me like feel even more down. Like,
but this is what I'm saying. That's because that's what I'm saying. That's because that's where you're at mentally, bro. This is what I keep trying to tell you. You said look, let me tell you something.
Never stoop down to that level. Never.
Okay. and so on the flip side, why don't you say to yourself, I'm only fucking with the hot girls, and the hot girls want me.
And that's the way I think when I'm in there, but they
no.
give me that
you
chance.
just said, hold on, you just said that they don't want to be bothered with you. That's what you said.
Because that's what it is, and I'm trying to get their attention.
No, that's not.
Talk to them.
It is that way because that's how you perceive it. Since you perceive it that way, you bring light to that, which creates your reality. You understand what I'm saying? You're creating that. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You just said, like what did I say earlier? I said, when I see a chick, I assume she wants to fuck me. So how do you think my energy is approaching that girl versus your energy approaching the girl?
Because you've actually had attractive women give you signals that they're
No, I'm
interested.
not talking. No. I'm not even talking about the signals. I'm talking about chicks that weren't even looking at me. I'm saying I see a girl, and in my mind, I say she wants to fuck me. I'm gonna go and make this happen. So when I approach the girl,
you can think that, but what if she doesn't have the attraction for you? That's not gonna matter.
Right, and guess what I say to myself when the girl doesn't want to fuck me?
What?
Well, she must be blind. She must be crazy, or she don't like me because every girl ain't gonna like me, and that's cool. But guess what?
Then you're not even being honest with yourself.
How am I not being honest with myself though?
You're just trying to cope and say, "Oh no, it must have been something else. It has to do something other than my looks." Or
bro,
like
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It's all a mindset. The mindset creates the reality. Notice that my mindset. Hold on. Let me finish.
You know you can attain a certain woman, and like there's this. You're not gonna have confidence if like you haven't had success in the first place. Like,
no. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. How did I get those girls, like you're saying, that showed me that they were into me in the first place? I got them because I first said to myself that these girls want me. You understand what I'm saying? So when I approached them,
they actually did though. That's
but why? But this is what I'm saying. Why do you think they did? You think they just did just because?
Because they found you attractive, and they don't apparently find me. I don't know.
Listen. Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Dr. Buzz. Let me ask you this.
Because I'm gonna
hold on. I'm gonna prove what I'm saying right now. I'm prove what I'm saying.
Don't even like, huh?
Have you ever heard a song on the radio you thought sucked?
No. What song is that again?
I said, have you ever heard a song on the radio that you thought was corny or sucked?
Oh. I thought you were saying like the name of a song or something. Oh, yeah. I don't even listen to the radio. The radio sucks completely.
Okay. All I'm saying is you've heard a song that you thought sucked at first, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, what happens, there's sometimes where you hear that song over and over and over and over, and then you probably end up liking it. Yes or no?
I don't think that's ever happened, no.
You've never had a song where you first heard it and thought it sucked, and then later on you started to like it. Never.
No, I don't think so.
You're lying. But anyway, my
least.
point is this. My point is this. The point is that other people have heard songs that when they first heard it, they thought it sucked. Then people kept playing it over and over and over and over again. And then people said, yo,
I know you're going with
this is my shit. This is my song. Right? So what happened was the person, the creator of the song, the artist, the producers, whatever, the radio, kept drilling it into you to tell you this is the shit. This artist is the shit. This song is the shit. Then what happens is the public starts to believe that song is the shit. Right? So this is the same thing.
Yeah, they might be able to become friends with you and stuff, but if they're not sexually attracted to you, then there's nothing you can do about that. They'll be into you, like as in like a friend, but you're just gonna be a friend at that point, nothing more.
Oh man, bruh. Look, this is what.
How you gonna make a woman sexually attractive if she's not into you? You can't do that.
Wait, hold on.
You can't
I got hold on.
I
got my camera lady in the background. You want to say something because she's listening? Just say what you're going to say real quick. Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to hear why.
Say what?
Oh no, I have a question for you actually.
You hear?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, go ahead.
I heard you saying that there are women at the gym, the ones you're not attracted to are interested in you, or you perceive they're interested in you, and the ones that you are attracted to, you perceive they're not interested. And I'm curious about that perception. What makes you think some women are and some women aren't?
Well, for one, like I was telling him, like most of the women that look at me and it seems like they're interested, like they're usually like overweight or their faces is all like sorts of messed up. Like I'm not even trying to be mean either. Like I'm just not attracted to that.
I understand. So you're saying you're not attracted to them, but what are they doing that makes you think that they're attracted to you? You said they make eye contact?
They actually acknowledge I'm in the room first of all, and like the other women, and they smile at me and they're trying to like talk to me, and I'm just trying to do my workout. So like I'm not gonna waste my workout just to talk to them if not even into them.
Okay. And you said there are women that you are attracted to that have not made eye contact with you?
Yeah, like when I'm walking by and I'm looking at them, like I'll smile a bit, like not too much though, so I don't want to look like I'm about to eat them or something. But like they'll look down at like their phone or on the floor or something, and like the moment I walk past them, they look up again. So I'm like, oh my god, unbelievable.
So your perception is they're not attracted to you because they look down or they look away when you pass and look at them?
I mean, that's just what it seems like. If honestly, like if somebody has interest for somebody, it's gonna show. Like you can't continually hide it. I've gone to that gym now for over a year, and I get the same. It's just the same like looks. I can see that. Not looks I'm getting because I'm not getting
the
any,
lack
but
of looks?
basically that.
Yeah.
What?
No, I'm saying you're saying the lack of looks from certain women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not even acknowledgement that I'm in the room. It's kind of interesting.
See, I'm not attracted to women, but I see the same thing. And I try to smile at everybody, and when I walk by, not too much, like you said, because I don't want to seem creepy either. But I'm not sexually attracted to women, so to me, in the end, my perception is they're just insecure or aren't in the mood to talk. And it's interesting to me that you and I get the same kind of interactions from people, but my perception is different from yours, right? So I'm wondering if you...
So you're saying because they're smiling or something that they're insecure? Or
No,
what are we
I'm
saying?
The hot women that I see at the gym don't smile at me either.
Well, that's because they're not into you. They
Right,
wouldn't
well,
unless
they're
they're
not
No, but was
lesbian.
she?
But
Was she?
Maybe,
I think
maybe
what?
they
what
are, maybe they're not. But
what-
what I'm saying is, you're building this perception on something that we haven't tested, right? You perceive that they're not sexually attracted to you because they're not looking at you, but my perception is maybe they're just trying to do their workout, or maybe they don't want to seem too eager, or maybe.
yeah, okay. But the thing
you
is,
understand what
I
I'm
see
saying?
them
So I'm
talking
just
to
saying,
other
like,
guys in there.
Go ahead, sorry.
I see them talking to other guys, and their faces light up. Like, there's these two twins in there. I'll kind of describe them. Perfect jaw lines, symmetrical faces. They're not as tall as me, but when they got a face that just mugs mine, then it's clear they're seen as better looking.
And so hold on. And so how do you know? You said these other guys talk to these girls, and their face lights up. Who are these guys to these girls? How do you know?
Because I talk to them, like they have girls approaching them every time they're in the gym because.
No, what I'm
just
saying
because
is
of their faces. That's all it is.
Who are these guys to these girls? Are they friends already? Are they going out with them? Do they know them from around the way? Like you have this. What I'm saying. What?
But here's the thing. At least they can become friends with these girls. I can't even become friends with them because most women, they want guys, at least who are friends, to be on like a similar looks level to them.
No, they do not, dude. And
So
wait, hold on.
Okay.
Wait, did you actually go up to these women and talk to them?
I've tried to talk to them. I said hello, like I'm waving in their face, and like they'll look up, maybe, and they'll smile, and they'll look back down, and keep walking, or like, it's just you would have to see it to believe it. But no, like I've tried to talk to them on multiple occasions, and like they're just not. Like they're not even like when I'm talking to them, they're like on their phone. It's
So what you're
interest.
saying is every girl that you think is attractive that you talk to, they just don't want to talk to you, period.
I've had some, but even when I talk to them, they're like, "Oh, I'd rather just be friends because I'm not looking for anything right now." Or like,
but you just said they don't even want to be friends with you, and now you're saying that
Or
there's
they
some
didn't
girls.
even look at
you
you.
just said some girls don't. Now you're saying some do.
well, that's if like, that's even if I can get to that point, like where I can actually talk to. Like, there's been a few, but even then, they're just like, "Oh, I'd rather just be friends because I'm moving soon, so I don't want to get into a relationship," or like, and I'm
See,
just
this is
like,
the thing. This is the thing. Because we're going to have to go in a second. But, bruh, this is what I really want you to understand. And maybe it's not going to make sense to you now. And hopefully it'll make sense to you later. But this is what you got to understand. A lot of what you're experiencing is coming from the low self-esteem. You understand what I'm saying? Because what you have to understand is that you're perceiving you have a perception of things in a certain way because you're telling yourself a story with those things. You understand what I'm saying? You're telling yourself a specific story that's in your head. So what happens is this. You could see a really attractive girl, right? And say something to her, and she may like smile and just walk away. And in your mind, you're like, "Oh, well, she doesn't like me because hot girls don't like me, and that's why she just kept walking."
But remember, that's your perception.
That's what I'm saying. That's your perception.
So,
She could have been interested in you. She could have liked you, but she could have just been having a day where she had to go somewhere quickly or whatever the fuck it is. You have no idea.
Yeah, but then I seen this is the same girl that said she wanted to be friends. I seen her a week later with some guy. He was even a little bit taller than me. Like he was muscular. He was coming in like a polo jacket, like one of those ones I've seen for like $400 at like Macy's or something. And then like I'm just like, oh my god. Like,
and what happened? Hold on. What happened with her and that guy?
I see them together all the time in the gym working out now.
And doing what? Doing what? That's it, working out?
Well, she's showing a lot more like I wouldn't say like just maybe I would
Did you see her? Hold on. Did you see her get on her knees and suck his dick? Did you see that?
I'm not gonna watch that.
No. I'm saying, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you witness that?
No, but why? How would I witness
No,
that?
no,
How would I
okay,
even
okay.
know?
Did you hold on? Did you see her kiss him? Did you see her with her tongue in his mouth?
That doesn't mean they're gonna do it there.
No,
like,
no, no. But this is what I'm saying.
Out.
This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I said. You're creating a story in your mind about what's going on. Because again, you didn't see her having sex with him. You didn't see her kiss him and do nothing. But in your mind, she likes him more than you because he's taller and more buff and has a $400 jacket. That's the story you created in your mind. You understand what I'm saying?
And I can understand why you.
It's not. I can just see it though. Like I see it all the time. Like, I wish I was lying, but I used to work in Seaport in like the downtown Boston district where I was working security, and every woman I see there is like beautiful, gorgeous. All of their men were at least 6 feet tall. They had really symmetrical faces, full heads of hair. They were rich, like.
Bro,
you really can't deny that.
Again,
like
it's you're telling yourself you can't, and Mr. Locario is telling himself he can.
That's all I'm saying.
And there's a huge
because
difference.
even if like I have most of that stuff, they're not seeing it, so that's how they're perceiving me. Like.
But again, that's how you imagine. That's your perception.
Or at least they're thinking
that.
they can do better. Maybe that's what it is.
No, but this is what I'm
But
saying.
again, you're telling yourself they think they can do better. Did anyone come to you and say, I'm sorry, you're not attractive enough, I can do better? No one has said that to you directly.
They're not going to obviously say that because they know, like...
Because that's what we're saying. Feelings. You're telling yourself that.
To yourself. Stop saying that to yourself.
That's what.
Stop. You're
well, how am I supposed to believe that's not the case when I'm seeing the exact opposite?
No, it's not. You know it's not the case when you actually put yourself out there. For example, for example, I told you how me and my wife are in an open relationship, right?
Yeah.
And so I have a wife and a girlfriend, right? Now my wife and girlfriend have been with guys who are, some would say better looking than me and have more money than me and taller than me and all that other shit, right? So if I'm able to be with my wife and girlfriend and they also like guys who are taller than me, then what's the excuse? My point is, a woman could be with a guy who's taller than you, has more money than you, and still want to be with you. Why does it have to be either or? What's going on? Why is it that you can't get those girls you think that you can't get because you see her with a different type of guy? Why do you think that can't happen?
It's not that it can't happen. It's just most likely she's going to end up with the guy she wants. So if she's not looking for a guy who's 5'8" and like he's bald, then she's not going to be with that. Like, if she's more likely to get with the guy she's looking for.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you, the women that I'm dealing with are with me the most, and they still deal with others. Even women I just date. There's girls that I just date, and they'll show me other guys that they're dating who are taller than me, who have more muscles than me, but they're still with me. Why? Because I believe that I can get them.
Too, though, right? You just said they're dating them too, though.
Right. So that's my point. So why can't?
Okay, yeah. So that, and it's not like you're not an attractive guy if they're finding you attractive. So,
but it's not like you're not an attractive guy too.
They'll date multiple guys.
So wait, hold on. So hold on. So Dr. Cuddles, you're not an attractive guy.
Well, I am, but the woman I talk to, they just want somebody even like taller, better looking than me.
But you're saying they want this, but that's your perception. Again, you're perceiving that they want this.
Because
you don't know this. You're taking
I'm nowhere near the best looking guy. So every woman that sees me is gonna be like, oh, I could do better.
Again,
I could get a guy who's like 6'5".
Do you hear me? That you're saying every woman who sees you thinks I could do better, but you don't know what they think. You're guessing what they think.
I don't know that, but I can take a very good guess of what they're looking for.
I disagree. I don't think you're guessing well. I think that you're doing this to yourself. That your insecurity is getting in the way.
Yo, in the chat room, the hip hop underworld said Dr. Cuddles is the boss level for dating coaches. That's real talk. Anyway.
What?
Hey, yo, listen. Dr. Kodos, I'm just telling you, man. You got it. Look, we got to end the call because I got a lot of stuff I got to do. But
Okay.
Listen, man. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. You got to get out. You're in your own head, man. You understand what I'm saying? You keep talking about women want all these guys at 6 foot. Most men aren't 6 feet. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got to get to the reality, bro, and understand that you're gonna get the shit you want when you change your mindset. It's that simple. You feel what I'm saying? They said this is a 1 hour game session you got. You feel what I'm saying? But yo,
Why
listen.
are we supposed to end it like a half hour
I
ago?
know, that's what I'm saying, man. God damn. But yo, listen, bro, you got to put yourself out there, start believing in yourself. You you got to get your confidence up, bro, and start talking to more of these women, man. You feel what I'm saying? Are you on the Bad Boy membership?
No, I'm not.
Bruh,
Oh, that's why.
you got
That's why.
you got to get on a Bad Boy membership. You got to get this
build
book.
your
You got to get.
confidence.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you got to
When
do
I get
this
a new
stuff,
job
man.
again, I get a new security job. Maybe I'll sign up for it.
All right, man. But yo, I'm gonna holler at you, bro. All right, man.
All right, man. Take
All
care.
right, peace, man. Shit, we went overtime today. Shit, almost 3 hours in this motherfucker. My God. Woo. Shit. Okay, hold on. Let me. We gotta go in a second. Let me turn off the phone lines real quick. Jesus, man. Yo, I'm like, I tried, guys. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. You can't save everybody, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Man. Woo! Shit. They were saying if Miles was on here, he would have Miles would have threw a fit. Oh my goodness. Crazy. He said that was classic. So listen, guys, remember to get the book How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you get this. Go to MrLocario.com. Get your copy, ebook, hard copy, audiobook. Also, make sure you guys check out the holiday sale. You feel what I'm saying? Go to Bad Boy membership. When you join the Bad Boy membership, you are going to get my new ebook, 60-second game, for free. You're going to get the ultimate Bad Boy package for free, and you're going to get a free 30-minute game session. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the chat room. We got 265 people watching live right now. Make sure you get those likes up. He said, you guys are hilarious. Let me shout out to all the people in the chat room. He said, shout out to Ross Goldberg, Darrell S. Surlot, Michael Wilkerson, Jamie Forsetti, Jacuza, Annihilator, shout out to you. Who else? Larry Summers, Junior Abad, Elliot Morris. Who else is up in here? X-Gen, Tragedy Beats, T. Williams, Sticky E, Daquan Jenkins, shout out to you. Joe Blass, Ernest J. S. Brown, Jr., Marty McFly, Cristiano, Goodall, The Name 18. Who else is up here? Moving in Silence, shout out to you. Red Star, Dark Nedge, Mike S., what up? Von D, Just a Fan, shout out to you. Trillatex, man, he had a lot of people up here today. Alt Quez, who else? Instagram is up in here. Man, yo, I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. We did the 3 hour joint today. You feel me? Shit. But yeah, I will holler at you guys later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.